And thus we have returned to the Waking Sands. Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, to episode 4 of this game. As you can see, there was a faint mist on the horizon. You would usually be able to see Limsa, I think, from Vesper Bay, but you can't see it right now because obviously the mist is too misty. In the Flow Every stream, you get to hear the biggest adjectives, including too misty. But yeah, we're going to be continuing from last time where we fought against Ifrit, having gone to western Panalan with Thancred to investigate the sudden disappearance of people within the Camp Drybone. And as we found out, those people were being sacrificed and turned into the fours of Ifrit. We identified after defeating him that anyone who is tempered by primals become basically worshippers, and there's no way you can stop that. And I think they imply it, but the people who are imbued by that, they're basically dead. So I think they execute them, right? I think that's what the game implies. Maybe not. That might have been retconned in Shadowbringers, but I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be continuing on with a lot more of a talky episode. This is going to be a lot of quests, and this isn't my favourite part of the story, I will say. Not necessarily the worst part of the game. Can I open? What? Wait, what? Why can't I get out of the door? Oh, something weird's going on right now, something fucky. I can't get out of anything. Okay, there we go. What the? I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there at all. But yeah, it's going to be a more talky episode. We're going to be meeting a beast tribe, and it's going to be a far friendlier beast tribe. But there's a lot of, like, I thought you were Ida for a second there, but you were like discount Ida. Especially with that hat on. Yeah, I'm not going to be reading the door dialogue. I don't think I will for any of the door characters. My late arrival nearly cost Rahana his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Well, to be fair, if you were there, Thancred, you might have got tempered, so it's probably best you weren't there anyway. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have been able to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. I like this. I like that they're giving him vulnerability. I forgot they actually had this conversation. Just as I'm failing you all. Stop being such so your blanket, Thancred. You'll be fine. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Hi, I'm here. Someone owes me a big apology and maybe a full sandwich. Rahana, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfillia of your heroic exploits. I kind of like the vulnerability that Thancred shows there, even though, like, he's very sensitive about it. I like the fact he shows some vulnerability to Minfillia, considering that they do have backstory. They don't really go over in Realm Reborn that much. In 1.0, these two are inseparable, basically. At the beginning of 1.0, if you do the older beginning, you watch Minfillia's parents get trampled by a creature, and Thancred saves her life. She's a lot younger in that game, and we see Thancred take kind of like a fatherly role to her, but also as a friend. And then that doesn't really appear here. Again, they're rushing through the story because they don't have time to really focus on deep character arcs. They're playing it safe while also giving everyone what they want. So that's kind of where they're going here, and yeah, that's why Thancred is being played this way. I do like that he's getting vulnerability though. I like the fact that he kind of puts on that suave and cool dude attitude, but beneath that he kind of feels like he's failing everyone because of his absences. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I have no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abduction with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Older. Similar incidents have been rife from both Limsa, Laminza, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Ether or aether, chat? I always go with ether in this game. I always say that the A is silent. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of a fleet. Nay, he and his kind require more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incident involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. This is the patches or later content. They'll be doing a PowerPoint presentation right now showing how this works. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. In order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals. Okay, I've already mentioned this, but yes, they're explaining it here in a bit more detail. A process to which you yourself are subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his fall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. I definitely took that into consideration when I made you go on this assignment, Rahana. We didn't just get very lucky. Oh, lucky us. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. I know why. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feelings is one of relief at your safe return. Yeah, so again, this is something that's worth mentioning. Thancred said that he wanted to help us fight Ifrit. That feasibly would have been a terrible idea, because Thancred does not have the Echo. He would have become a fool of Ifrit if he was there with us at that time. Him not being there was probably for the best. The immortal flames assure me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Rahana. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the Neri learn the identity of the hero who fell defeat, I fear you will nary a moment to yourself. You will have nary a moment. I forgot they have in that. Hey. Whether she intended to or not, Minfillia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. Here we go. It concerns the tempered abductees that are rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames of whom you are imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Rahana. So I'm going to say this now. Spoiler, I guess. In hindsight, this is kind of fucked. Like, now it makes sense, because tempered... But as we unravel more of the game's plot and its intricate, like, science behind the things, as we find out how tempering works across the game, it's not really a surprise when I say that them being put to death makes sense in a desperate world like this, but they never mention this again, that they get put to death. Like, in Shadowbringers or Endwalker, this is not a thing that comes up at all, which implies to me they want to, like, throw that under the rug so that people don't really think about the fact that the Scions are putting people to death, or people who could have been saved, theoretically, in a potential future. I think it makes sense in the world currently because of how desperate everything is. You don't really get a sense of how desperate things are. I guess the adventurers, and me being adventurers, kind of the point, but... And so we Scions continue our fight. The no more innocents need to be sacrificed. Hope that you continue to stand with us, Rahana. But I should be going. Must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. I mean, he literally lost one of his, like, high-ranking soldiers, right? That's the guy who was with us. And that merchant. I do like the fact that it was off-screen, because it makes it feel worse. Like, the imagination of, oh, all those characters are just dead now. I think it works better than just showing it to us. It's much bigger of a gut punch. Like how we found out about that adventurer who died in episode 2. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisa would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I have to become a shonen main character. You can't do that, Thancred. You're not the main character. I am. Maybe we'll find out more about what Thancred's going through later on. Let's continue the main story, shall we? A hero in the making. Minfillia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? I hope it is, because I don't want to think about the alternative. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to be the esteemed post of Envoy. Thereafter, you travelled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalimo that the Scions have benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the Primal Efreet. It's almost like we're speedrunning through the plot, Rahana, at 200 times speed. It is kind of crazy. We just come out of nowhere and just do more than some of the Scions have done in their entire lifetime. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. You're going to have to start paying taxes, Rahana. I didn't want to mention it until now, but now that you live in Eorzea, there is a tax for living here. We have guests, Rahana, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons? Oh my god, look at these lads. Yeah, so this is the Alliance tutorial, or the general company that you tend to go with. We'll go through this. I'm going to be sticking to Maelstrom for this, I think. Lady Minfillia, radiant as always. Excuse me? What the fuck you... Ready to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Eorzea, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. But you're just gonna go outright and say it? I'll join you right now. Don't you worry, buddy. Tuh. As you can see, Rahana, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organizations have had Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. That's a very interesting way of wording that, Minfillia. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Rahana's deeds spread so quickly that the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies? Tataru at her best, her mastermind schemes, all of the strings that she pulls behind the curtains. Eep! She plays the cute damsel, but she isn't a cute damsel. Your reputation precedes you, Master Yashi. 'Tis no ordinary man who could face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learn that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, and that you'll always be welcome among us. Oh, don't try and guilt me into joining you just because I started there. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join our strengths, join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. You know, this is an interesting thing that I just thought about. Do the other Scions have a part in the Grand Companies? I guess they kind of do. Minfillia is like an overseer who talks to the leaders. But are like Edo and Papalimo part of the Twin Adders? Or like Thancred as part of the Immortal Flames? I don't know. Maybe. I guess because I'm an adventurer, I got more freedom. Maybe because there are technically like Charlayans and Archons, they have their own order basically, and they don't need to take part in that. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Iyashi. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Older. I have some bad news for you. I started in Gridania, and I will be joining the Maelstrom, so the Immortal Flames and Older as a whole are going to be ignored, which is fine, because Older gets the most amount of screen time in the plot, so I don't mind this. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. Wait, a lot? Wait, what do you mean the Admiral speaks of me a lot? It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Laminza to the shores of glory. It's a lot to think about. I don't know. A lot of information. I want to join the Taru's Grand Company. Lady Minfillia? Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea. That's a lie. The Maelstrom of Limsa Laminza, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Older. Technically it isn't a lie, because I don't think they count Ishgard as being part of Eorzea, even though it is. I mean, is it? I guess, yeah, no, I would say that it's part of Eorzea. If Limsa's part of Eorzea, then Ishgard definitely is. And Ishgard has their own Grand Company, so... Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. It's worth noting you can't actually join the Ishgard Grand Company, even if I wanted to. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your own endeavours, or in your other endeavours. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. You can shift whenever you want like a hot potato. And yet, I can see that it is no small choice you face. I mean, you have forces of kind of upon me, Minfillia. We're kind of just all in this room together now. We're kind of got to give an answer. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are wise as you are beautiful, my lady. You need to stop flirting with her. Very well, let the Highness hear our leaders speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answers. I mean, there's not going to be any deliberation here. I'm going to be joining the Maelstrom. Where are they going? That leads to a side room, right? They're just going to sit in there until I leave? Oh, no, they're going to stand over here. Okay. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. If you can go there to trade all of your old gear into seals, which will allow you to buy items which are not going to be useful after a certain amount of time, but it is still worth doing, and that is what the entire point, outside of leveling up your part in the Grand Company, is to sell items for seals, just so you can get rid of them easily. That's why I use it all the time. You are possessed of great power, Vahana. Oh. And with it, you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man among many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I mean, you say that, but I've already had trust with, like, the parties in them. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we continue to rely upon your aid. The 12th know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. I like how it's almost implied that Minfillia wants to get rid of me. Like, I'm too popular, and she's making the name look bad. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. I mean, if you work together, then it is the same. Now then, I believe that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pole with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of distance, and it will also allow me to say play return to the waking sands. Eorzea is changing, Vahana, and you have the power to help shape it anew. That. Oh my god, we're not done. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time we make ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Luckily, they're going to take place at different times, so you can get to all three of them. I mean, it might be on purpose, right? People want to go to all three of them, like in the actual world. I don't think they'll be simultaneous because people may want to go to multiple of them and remember those who are lost. Well, that was a lot of dialogue to get through, but we're through it now. Yeah, so one of the reasons why people don't like Minfillia, and it's kind of the Morgana effect from P5, is she talks a lot, and she's basically the game's like shoo-in for tutorial for a lot of the dialogue. She's very weak as a character in terms of personality, and it doesn't really change that much as the game goes on. She feels like a motherly figure, which is something I'm not really a big fan of, because as far as I know, in 1.0, apparently she was a lot more gritty and, you know, down to earth. But in this game, she's become basically like the surrogate mum for the community, and she doesn't really do a whole lot that makes her that interesting, unfortunately. In my opinion, anyway. When the Admiral speaks, even pirates listen, and that is no small thing. She is a born leader. The kind one would gladly follow to the seventh hell. The Flame General is a passionate man, and his words never fail to light the fire in the belly of those who listen. I am sure you will be no exception. Oh, I love food, so yeah. The Elder Seedseer speaks only truth, and her words have the power to touch the soul. At the sound of her voice, all fall silent and attend her. I want to marry her. No. With the power you possess, there will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Maths, Rahana, maths! Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. Right. I forgot to speak to the people in the waiting area. I just realized that. I want to go see what's going on here. Let's go see how everyone is doing over in the off area. Everyone is here. Hey, guys! The destruction that visited this land cannot be attributed to the forces of the Empire alone. Worm of midnight, or breath infernal. For some, a legend made flesh. For others, an insidious symbol of memory lost. It's weird you not speaking all the time. Like in your usual reverence, Eorzea. I guess they kind of leaned a little bit more into it as the games went on. We grasp but a piece of this puzzle. Much and more must we question and contemplate. Ere the fallen moon revealeth its myriad secrets. I have heard words of your deed. I am spying in my praise, so know that you have truly impressed me. Be that as it may, it is fortunate that Thancred arrived when he did. Had he been but a moment later, I shudder to think what would have transpired. What do you mean? He arrived after the fight. He didn't do anything. He defeated an enemy who was walking behind me, I guess. Hey! I must confess, but do you ever miss that obnoxious Mikote's company? What happened to her? An experienced warrior like Arbor wouldn't die so easily. He's strong, fast, cunning. Aye, he'll come back safe. What happened? Well, I don't know where he went. Maybe I missed some dialogue for that. Brent? Oh my god, it's you! Everyone looks to be on the right, in order, right on to the next customer. Wait, no, it's not you. I thought you were the merchant I encountered at the beginning of the game, but I guess not. Una Tayun. Oh, hello, laddie. Me, Perseverance, we was thick as thieves in the old days. At least I think we was. Or it might have been that he was a quite creepy bastard, and I did my best to avoid him. Still, we are both members of the old order. So either way, we're in this together, eh? I do kind of miss this part of the game. They still do it to a certain extent, but I do kind of miss like having a hub with like random adventurers just chilling out in the area, and you could go speak to them. Like you can do that with your characters in the party in like Endwalker and Dawntrail too, when they're like in the room when you go to other cutscenes. But like it's just the same characters, and using the effects is good, but kind of miss it. I kind of miss having like Hoary Boulder or other people just there. You'll be seeing Hoary Boulder soon, chat, don't worry. You put us all to shame with the recent performance in the field. If I am to keep up, I dare say I'll need bigger knives. I mean, that's a pretty damn big knife, Thancred. I don't think you can do. Wait, what are you doing? I thought he was like rubbing his like hand against the hilt, but he was rubbing his hand against the smooth part of the blade. 5 years ago, the three Grand Companies joined as one and fought the Garlean Empire at Cartano Flats. And now, for the first time, the people are going to remember those who fell in the battle. What are you doing, Ida? Why are you sitting like this? Oh, speeches? Oh, yes, I love them. Ida, get down! Something like a good exposition when you're having trouble sleeping. Wait, was the game just self-aware? What the fuck was that? Maybe. There's also a room up here, too. I don't know if anyone's in here. No, they're not. Right. Pray return to the Tatari who's outside, I guess, right? It's very off where you leave through the door here and not just teleport out. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Rahana. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. But don't worry, this is all part of my grand evil plan, Rahana. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If it all goes to plan, Gordania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the three services. An elder seedsayer Canasena will deliver a speech at Miketo's amphitheatre. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organisational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the service might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Older, where Flame General Reborn. Oh, I mean, like a pen and paper for this, like Tatar. There's a lot of information. You're not even saying where it will be. No, not where it will be. Not even saying when it's going to be. We'll be guessing the Masters of the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumoured to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Laminza, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral. Okay, right, here we go. Merlib Blofishfun will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the Sentry Zamfiel, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. Hope you find a remembrance of services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedules may well change in favour of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Wait, I can choose? I can choose. I mean, we'll be doing it in the order she recommends, but that's kind of cool. And again, kind of a fourth wall break with the game being like, doesn't matter what order you do them in. Right. I didn't even notice that there's little tufts of grass come out these little blocks that was not there before. Anyway, we're gonna go. We're gonna move on. Onwards, Tataru. That's not Tataru, but it looks like Tataru. I'll see you guys in Gridania. Oh, oh. We're here. What a lovely place to look around. Is it Valentine's Day? No, it's 3 days in Valentine's Day right now. Well, after.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Is that Sam Riegel? This is actually Sam Riegel from Critical Role, I think, is the voice of Inferno in this game. But there's another voice actor as well from Critical Role in this, but I forget. Could only mean.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest.
We're going to begin this memorial service by talking about ourselves.
Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago.
It's still kind of annoying to me, and I'm not going to harp on this too much more, that Gridania has such an interesting history that I wish was explored more. The most it is explored is inside dungeons, I think. And they're good in terms of story, and like finding out about the war between the black mages and the white mages, and some of the stuff involved in the second Alliance Raid series as well, involving Dunscape and all that. Yeah, I just kind of wish there was more though, especially how deep they get into the lore with Older, and even some of the stuff in Limsa gets fairly well touched on as well.
Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Can I help you two?
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
So, this is a character who's very important to the plot, and I will go into it more in the patch content, I think, where this character is a lot more important. The voice for this character here is fine. It does its job. However, as you can hear, there's undertones of it being a little bit too snarky for someone who is a self-assured youth. And in terms of making a character likable, that is not a good way of going about it. Like, I think self-assured youth is in the top 5 least likable character, like, archetypes you could start with. So, they get better at it, don't worry. But this is a very important character.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us.
I'm gonna give the other shade? What are you gonna do, Kanathana?
Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood.
Is this the only time her brother and sister appear in an MSQ cutscene? No, I think they appear in later one. There's a later one they appear in too.
When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
I know this is all preamble kind of center, but again, this is a memorial service for the Warriors of Light, right? Why are you tooting your own horn? Wow, he's so amazing at a job.
5 years ago,
there you go.
The Alliance
This is where it should have begun.
The Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive.
Okay, question. And a question, I think they're talking about, no question, realization is what I should say. I think the memorial services are not for the Warriors of Light, they're for the victims of Cartano and the Calamity. Which makes more sense while you talked about the Gridania stuff.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable.
What are you looking at right now, Vahana?
So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters.
No, a better question. What's the person behind Vahana looking at? Why are you looking at that man? What did he do? Did he fart or something? And he's like, oh my god, you ruined the entire mood.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
We're going to be hearing that dialogue
5
chatter
years ago,
in a bit, and it's going to be amazing.
Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
So, connection there. They mention another dawn.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot her Realm Reborn voice is not good. Oh, I just remembered. Because of the coils. Oh, we're not doing coils in this, but that is something that is worth... I might do coils at some point. I was thinking of having another redemption at the end of the Karma that is going to be binding coils and some other stuff as well. As like an extra thing at the end. But... yeah, so something worth noting about the Dawn idea. So this is something that the game does go into a little bit. I think Oyonge is the one who first talks about it, is the fact that there are what call umbral and astral errors in the world of Eorzea. An umbral error begins when a great calamity occurs. There's been 7 great calamities across the existence of this world. And each one is usually tied to some element. We are currently in the 7th Umbral era, because I think there was too much dark from... No. Maybe? I don't know, actually. But basically, we're in the 7th Umbral era currently, and we'll enter the Astral era after everyone has recovered from the calamity. And that's how it works, basically. Some Umbral eras are a lot longer because the calamities are worse.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard.
What?
And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
It's up to us to protect the forest. For the elementals.
Yes! Just don't give a single fuck about that performance whatsoever. They did not check her over and was like, this is fine. That sounds fine. For the children! Someone wanted to make a Simpsons reference, I guess, during this. Yeah, no, we're going to be getting more of that, and that's going to be appearing in the next 2 areas. Wow, that was so interesting.
If you'll permit me, Alfino.
That's a hell of a name that Flower took a while to learn.
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
You sound like someone who I want to bully. Oh god, I need to do the voice now. I'm not going to be doing his own born voice, I'm going to be doing his voice from later expansions. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have contend with 2 beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, and change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict the last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood were grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet, how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Why are you asking me this? You just front-loaded me of all this knowledge about destruction and the woes of these people. And I'm like, oh, maybe you can do something about it. Get out of here with that logic. Well, perhaps we will find out. If the Elder Seedseer's words fall on fertile ground. Oh, these primitive people, they are so... They're so weak in their resolve and terrible at what they're doing. This is one of the reasons why I don't like these characters in Realm Reborn. And we're going to get more of that in the plot. To be fair, Alice does not really play a big role in this expansion. Like, at all. She's reserved mostly for the Binding Coils of Bahamut raid series. Which is not something we're going to be doing. Right. Well, that's that. We're going to go to Older now. We're going to get the best, like, background chatter you've ever heard in the game. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Oh, here we're going to go. Oh, no! Come here. These teleports are getting crazy every single time. Cannot wait for this cutscene. I've been looking forward to this since the beginning. Little things in this help me get through Realm Reborn.
Tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
you souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Yes, I don't know why I'm speaking like this, but I am.
Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold.
Just forget about Zelda and how we destroyed those guys.
Where by the grace and glory of Nouveau have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard.
Mm-hmm. I can see it, Alphino.
Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
So it's worth noting, depending on your order here, the cutscene of Alphino and Alisaie's beginning will obviously change. I like that. That's a cool attention to detail.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm.
Something you wouldn't really get in later expansions, which again is fine because it saves time and there's no point like dilly-dallying with that, I feel.
In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Oh, they're so... Oh, they know so much, don't they?
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests.
The guy behind him just reminded me of how good the Gladiator plotline is and how terrible the Paladin plotline is. So every single job has a quest in this game, all of them, and they kind of range in terms of quality, from being to being Dark Knight good. Because the person who did the Dark Knight quests also ended up writing Shadowbringers and Endwalker, which are the two best expansions in my opinion. And yeah, it just reminds me of how awful the Paladin quest line was. Such a roundabout, boring, weird quest line.
If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth.
A little more than that. I wonder if he just does mention Alum Ego at all. I don't know if he does here.
We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune
Jesus, look at his
walk hand
arms.
in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond.
I've encountered a lot of characters recently with large arms in the games I'm playing. I don't know why.
Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Oh my god, I forgot. They could have cut it out. They could have just...
Your grace.
They could have just gone back. I don't actually know, I'm glad I didn't, because it's funny and it makes me laugh. Oh. Wow. What strength.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
Enjoy.
Beloved
oh, it's
subjects,
not yet.
I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanimo!
Glory to the Sultana!
Oh, why? Why did they say that like that?
Glory
to the Sultana!
Reborn!
It's the best line in the Realm Reborn, and it never fails to make me laugh whenever I see people experience it for the first time.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
They brought him back for another line!
You again.
It's like a gremlin here. Maybe like one of the goblins are here. Okay, well, no voice dialogue, I guess. Maybe it would have been like voiced if this was the first time meeting them. The Oldens have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribes that worship the primal Efreet. Judging by a look at the states, I take it you have encountered them. The Oldens are not shy from confrontation. If Ord threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Efreet thus far, smothering its flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet, he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Guardians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. I think I am going to lean a little bit into the arrogant part of him right now. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Efreet. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Oldens send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonders, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. Oh, look at us. Oh, we're so cool and posh. Oh, yes. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Were you hired by Minfillia to tell me to do this? I'm done. I'm finished. Alice doesn't say a whole lot here. Which is interesting, because I don't know why she doesn't say a whole lot here. It's just there in the background. Okay, well, final location, I guess. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh wait, no, I unpaused it. Well, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to do, but I'll do that again. But
the Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
Scottish are we? Oh yes, in Limza Lominza. That's definitely her. You can tell by her very, very tight high heels. She's my favourite one. I think her design is great, and she's by far the most interesting until Stormblood maybe.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
I think she could have maybe said that a little bit louder, but it's fine. No battle chatter?
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
What 5 seas? Ah, yeah, we're pirates! Yeah!
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
What?
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched
Also
upon
got-
Eorzea,
Oh, not
we
5 or
assembled
6 ors,
beneath
not
the
6
Maelstrom
6 E's.
standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
But yeah, I think she's the best voice actor out the 3. Like, you could hear the emotion in her voice there and how she feels bad about them.
Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom.
God damn, one twat. I just want to fucking punch him, like, put him down the toilet. Like, what is this fucking dialogue?
Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Why are you giving him such shade compared to the others? He hates pirates. I mean, he hates swimming,
It has been
so...
5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit.
Oh, sorry.
Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the
She's angry with me, that's why she
Rotano.
spoke so loudly there.
The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed
So it's
god.
something interesting I like about is the disposition, or at least their feelings towards each beast tribe is different. Canastena seems kind of sad and that the beast tribes are fighting, and she doesn't want to really fight them. She doesn't do that, but to protect her forest, she will fight back against the Ixil. And we know she's got a peace treaty with the Sylph, so it kind of works out quite nicely for her. In Older, they're kind of vicious about dealing with the Amalja, but that always seems to be the way those two kind of communicate as well to a certain extent. Like, the Amalja want to fight through bloodshed, so do Older, and it doesn't really feel like there's a personal emotional connection there. They're just constantly fighting. Meanwhile, Merlin feels like he actually just hates the Sahagin and also the goblins, and we're going to get a lot more of that very, very late into the MSQ.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth
There we
kobolds
go.
who push ever south,
Not goblins,
despoiling
kobolds.
our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking
The
hull.
kobolds are different to goblins in this game.
And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long.
It's very funny knowing where the Garlean bases are when you think about it in hindsight, with one of them being really close to Costa del Sol. Like, literally, you can see it from the holiday resort.
We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us.
We do a mass extermination event.
One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened.
Oh, I skipped the dialogue, but it ended up being
twixt
quite
pirate
nice.
and Maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well. A crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned
I
men.
love how the time outside the windows is actually changing as we go along in this cutscene. I thought at first it was just like a picture or like a wallpaper in the background, but no, it is changing. It was darker when we first entered the scene.
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, Gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Alongside being a memorial, whoa, what just happened? The lights just turned off. I think it's because it became daytime. Alongside, like, these being memorial services, this, like, out of all of them, and maybe the older one as well, feel like just, like, advertisements for people to join the Grand Companies.
Long live the Admiral!
Now bow shatter. Wait, what?
Where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral.
Should we stop doing the battle chatter? No, let's get in two more. Like, how was that voice directed? Did it just let people say what they wanted there?
Fancy meeting you again.
Yes. That lighting is lovely. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence wasn't troublesome enough, the Guardians have also chosen to rat the fortress in the Lominsan's backyard. And that is to say naught of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Guardians whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hopes of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. You're making this seem like bullet points, Alphino. Like they could just easily tick them off. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. I can't believe I liked Alphino ever. I just hate him now as a character. He sucks. He'll get better in later expansions, don't worry. Alright, well that's it, we did it. Oh, you can tell me to play Return to the Waking Sands. Rahana, this is Minfillia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say? Oh, what a coincidence. What impeccable timing. I definitely wasn't reading the script or anything. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Very quickly. God damn it, Minfillia. If I had Aetherite tickets, this would be so much easier, but now I just got to teleport. Just got to teleport there. Okay, I'm going to do that. But boom. Hello, I'm back. Right, hi Tatari, I wanted to speak to you as well while I'm here. How's it going? Some people let flames swell their heads, but I believe that yours will remain in proportion and firmly attached to your body. I mean, if you understand Rahana's backstory, I feel like that's an incorrect statement to make. He literally went through the Crystal Tower to rewrite every mention of Xigbar by being a part of his story by doing this. Oh, how is everyone? Let's go see how everyone's doing over here. Any new dialogue? No. Maybe there'll be new dialogue after we finish his quest. Hey! So you guys were waiting for me during all those professions? You weren't like during at your own ceremonies? Minfillia, why did you force them to wait here? Welcome back, Rahana. Were the Grand Company's leader's word as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Rahana? But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while, take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. We're not even halfway through the episode yet, Cal. We still got to do 2 more big things. No.
The gods only know what Grand Company our adventurer from
Oh yes, yes. Join me in the underage wine drinking, Alice, please.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
I think it comes down to tone as well. Like, maybe they wanted him to come off as kind of an asshole here, to a certain extent, which is why the voice actor went for this tone of voice. But it is worth mentioning that I'm so glad they went with the new voice actor, because even when he sounds snarky, he still sounds like an adorable little brother, and that's the kind of vibe I want from Inferno, not like pompous, rich kid who doesn't understand the world.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
I actually agree with Alice.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
Oh, of course.
Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the warriors of light?
Yeah, I was gonna say. No, they're even like they got the same criticism as me. It's great.
I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never
Whoa,
entrust the
who's this
fate of
man?
the realm to despots who rewrite history to their
Who's this man behind them?
convenience.
Look at him with his sunglasses. Who is this man? He's got the Hildebrand outfit on.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye
Yes,
to
you will,
eye.
but not for the reasons you think, Alphino. Look at this little shit. I just gotta separate the
I
two.
should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort
I thought Alphino was saying that.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister.
My
And will
lady!
prevail
Why did he
together
say that
or
like
not
that?
at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds,
Who are you talking to? Talking to my own
but
brain,
prevent
dear
old
Rahana.
ones from opening anew.
I do love speaking to myself. Don't worry, cat. He gets his comeuppance. I've got to choose. I mean, I'm going to begin with Maelstrom. Hi. How was the Admiral's speech? But you need not explain that you'd stand before me now as answer enough. You're resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Yes. That's the spirit, lad. For allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. The other two are just staring at me right now, like, what the fuck, man? Couldn't I like done this like with Minfillia and then told in the news afterwards? Now the choice is made. It is time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Minza and seek out our Grand Company's headquarters. Maelstrom commands located on the upper decks. I will send word to our personal officer to expect you. The duties of a Maelstrom officer can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. I wanted to give him an almost Merlin voice. Right, the dialogue is the same here. Right, I'm going to teleport there. I'll see you guys there in a second. Ooh. hello. Okay, we're here. We're at the F Castle. So, every single Grand Company have their own headquarters within their city-state. In the idea of Limsa, this is what is called the Aft Castle. This is where you can go to sell your gear for seals, buy items from the quartermaster, that kind of thing. I mean, the game's going to explain that anyway, so we'll let the game explain. This is another element of the game that I don't really need to have in the MSQ series because it's not going to be touched on at all later, but it's here, so let's just do it anyway. Hail, adventurer. What business have you at Maelstrom Command? My name is Mahana Ayashi. I believe you are expecting me. This is the first time we've gone one of these in the MSQ. I am here to enlist. Yes, I believe you are expecting me. And my baby face. Mahana Ayashi. Our recruitment officer sent word as you're coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! Hello? What is it, Private? And does it better be important? Sir, we received a report from a lookout in Lower. It's called Lower, that's what it's called. In Lower Nalasia, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon a Highwind Skyways airship. The vessel is in bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it. We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast skirmishing with the fishbacks. Ayashi, this is highly irregular, I like that you called me my last name, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs to be unofficial. If our man in Lower Nalasia is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling of Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Guardians do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. Right. The delivery boy continues his adventures. We haven't actually gone here yet, so I think it'd be worth actually walking there. But we get to experience a little bit of Lanosia. We didn't get to do that at all yet, I don't think at all. We are going to be getting a lot of this later. We had, obviously, the Alaport stuff, which was walking a little bit, but it wasn't that far. But yeah, Lanosia has probably got some of the weaker areas, in my opinion. Especially when it comes to the lower Lanosia, which is just feels like an extension of Limsa to a certain extent. Oh no, not low. I think Central Limsa is the one I'm thinking about. But I'm gonna get my chocobo out. Give me a sec. There's something so like nostalgic about coming out here, this like swirling, this beautiful music and going on my chocobo. This is lovely. Here we go. This music's great though. So this quest would have happened no matter what area you went to, I think. It's kind of cool. Again, it shows like a little bit of interactivity in terms of what areas you go to, which doesn't really happen anymore, but again, that's like unnecessary work, I feel, to a certain extent as well. But yeah, we're going to go through the Limsa one. This is the one I went through the first time as well, because I've never left the Maelstrom, basically. I've been at the Maelstrom since the beginning of the game, because of how easy it is to get to the Aft Castle. And I like the Maelstrom a lot, I like pirates. So I don't mind being in this Grand Company. Man, the area is very pretty, I like the windmills. And yeah, again, small. Small compared to the areas we're going to be encountering in Heavensward, anyway. Man, to experience this game for the first time again will be a magical experience, I feel. What's going on here? I think they're fine. No encounters are going to occur from this. I think we heard the sound of the encounter starting. Oh, you're really hiding well there, dude. Big Rogadon that's in the bush. I'm also here now. Hi. Thank God there was a burb. Hi. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. I forgot this guy's voice. How? Stealth 20. God, look at that foliage. It looks so much better than how it looked before. Yeah, look at it, man. Maelstrom Command sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You didn't even have a uniform. No, wait, no. Why would I fight you? You waited until we were all, like, hidden to fight me? Oh. Hi. Be at ease, sir. We are the Maelstrom. You're Garland's ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts supported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be a Yashi. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. I love that they call me by my last name. What's that look for? Oh, so you're the big shit, are you? That's right. Oh. Enter another cutscene. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The Seekers of Magitek belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. Interesting you mention that, considering how advanced the Garland technology seems to be. I remember the giant ship called Meteor, but no, a tiny airship is apparently even better. Oh, who's that? We are taking this craft out to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. So, if you have played previous Final Fantasy games, you might know who Garland is. Scouting parties from Castrum Occupants, I'd say. Seems they want your ship engineer. I'll be Ocidans, maybe, considering Ocean again. Wedge! You have to help him! That fool of a Lalafell is hiding inside a tiny Bronco! The tiny Bronco? It's like the new design people have been whispering about. So, a Final Fantasy XIV reference, and obviously, what was his name? Was he Biggs or Wedge? Which one was he? Yeah, Wedge. Is a reference to, of course, Wedge, the character that appears across the series. It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, wait, did you know the name just changed from airship crewman to Biggs? We weren't told your name. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the air. Or the sky, one of those two, the same thing. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they are not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. I might forget, though. No, I mean, I'm going to remember. I promise. What say you, Yashi? Ready to give those curs a hiding? I can't wait to punch some Lalafells. I mean, I'm not doing anything for my cause right now. Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! Like a big punch. You're a big guy, Biggs. Couldn't you help us? An ambushed arms! Oh, you guys are in for a world of pain. I'm being a primal at this point. Oh shit, it's Rahada Ayashi! He's gonna Rahada us, no! Get out of here! I don't want to get Rahada. You're gonna get Rahada right now. Cut the bastards! I don't need to go that savage. Oh god, why do they make those noises? Why do you make the same noises as her? Imperial Beastrarius. Dead. Imperial Decurium. Also going to die in a minute. Oh, he's a health sponge. It's fine, we've got reinforcements in the bushes. Savages, you cannot stand against the might of the Empire. Well, we are right now. This has gone on long enough. What are you gonna do? What? No, die. What do you do? Oh shit, look at that thing. I can take Vanguard. Fundito. Oh, he's going for me. Hey, tank, can you go for him, please? Thank you. First I can attack S design in the game, I think, right? Why didn't they start just bringing this guy out? I'm angry! Where are you going? Oh. That was kind of pointless. Why did you go so far away to do that? He's angry. He doesn't want to be near us anymore. Oh, Stormmarch, you could have avoided that. Come on, man. It was a line. It was there for ages. And we're done. You got behind. You didn't get behind last time because I got taken out halfway through the duty. Biggs! Wedge! Wedge, you should have stayed at the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how'd you look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the time we won't go home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Hayashi, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventure of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I, just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it had been for you and the Maelstrom lads there, we'll be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. I wonder where their master is. Which? Thank you, we're very grateful. Right. Back to Maelstrom High Command, I guess, then. I like how High Command is like a building just off-site. It's not even part of the main islands. Welcome back, Hayashi. I just heard the report. You need to be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. Look forward to seeing what else you're capable of, after you properly induct into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction... Wait, what? I've got to do something? What do you want me to do? Let us start afresh, shall we? Right, they're going to give me tutorials now, aren't they? You are welcome here, Hana Hayashi. Such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is that you will be joining. A Grand Company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against the nation's deadliest enemies. Say that all in one sentence. My god. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garland Empire, solving the many problems caused by the calamity. Every man, woman who serves under our colours has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa afloat, and on whatever heading, Chief Admiral Merlin Blufishman sees set to sit. You could just say Admiral. The Admiral. As part of this Grand Company's crew, you'll be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favourable, lad, and strength of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. Are we just going to constantly make pirate metaphors? If we've lost you talk of ships and oars, let me put it another way. The Maelstrom soldier labours to his last breath, fights to his last drop of blood. We give all our all in service to this nation. And no less expected of you. You're going to die for our services, Vahana. Is that good life insurance? Hayashi, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? If there's a pirate response here, I'm going to be choosing it. I will follow the Admiral to the very bottom of the abyss. You have my sword till sea swallows all. What skills I have are yours till sea swallows all. I'll go with this one. I kind of want to go with the one that hasn't got a response, but I might get kicked out if I did that. As would we all. Capable crew is one thing, but swerving loyalty is a trait that cannot be trained or bought. Well said, lad. Vahana Ayashi are hereby assigned the rank of Storm Private 3rd class. I'm higher class than that now, but yes, at the beginning I was this class. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve Limsa Laminza well till sea swallows all. Can I get like a promotion if I like kill Leviathan? Or Titan? Not how this works, is it? I get a standing ovation. I am standing and I'm ovated. Do you want me to pay return, Minfillia? Can you hear me, Rahana? This is Minfillia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with the news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Ayashi. I have no doubts that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are a man of the storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riche. Might be worth your while. Riche? From Xenoblade Chronicles? No, not that game. Rico! You answer the quest? No, I'm good. I'm good. Wow! Maelstrom, Storm Private 3rd class. Wow, naturally, I think I'm more like Maelstrom, Sword Private, like 12th class or something along those lines. Alright, we're going to play Return to the Waking Sands. I'll see you guys there. I was going to start recording inside of the Waking Sands, but my god, is the lighting here gorgeous in the morning. Look at this. You can see the lovely, imposing castrum in the distance. That's one of the Garlean buildings that have been created. We'll be seeing a lot of them across this playthrough. Less so in Heavensward, but we'll be seeing some in Stormblood as well. Weirdly, we're going to be getting a lot of the Garlean stuff. Well, not weirdly, it makes sense. We're going to be getting a lot of the Garlean things in this replaythrough of Stormblood, Heavensward, and Realm Reborn. Oh, everyone's moved, have they? Excellent. Following the calamity, each nation's armed forces underwent a large-scale restructuring centered upon its Grand Company. In Gridania, the Order of the Twin Adder absorbed both the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver, while the Liminsons enacted the complete merger of the Maelstrom and the Knights of the Barracuda. Alder is the odd nation out, having made no notable changes to its armed forces. As before, in the spirit of the Sultanate, each entity retains a certain degree of independence. Which is not always the best thing, but you'll be seeing that later. Let me see. If I have this right, you're an adventurer who's a scion and a storm? Golly, how do you keep track of everything? 3 things, Ida. 3 things. Must be fun pairing with lots of different people, though, me? I'm always with Papalimo. Come to think of it, why am I always with Papalimo? I'm looking forward to exploring more of her character in this game. Brennan. I heard tell one of my brothers came through not long ago. Looks like I just missed him, though. Right, he's the Maelstrom one, right? Because he's wearing the red colours. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? We will continue to focus our efforts on investigating the primals. The Amalja are not the only tribe that has succeeded in summoning its deity. What about you, O Young Jay? What do you have to say about this? Fate shall be thy guide. When our paths become one, once again shall our paths lead us here. Our city of learning is now naught but shadows. Ere the light of dawn breaketh, shall we follow whither the sand blows. And we shall follow the waking of the sands, and pray return. Do you wonder if the other Scions get annoyed they have to walk all the way down here from Horizon? Like they also are annoyed that there's no Aetheryte in this place? Have we met before? You must be quite the accomplished adventurer to be welcomed to these halls. Stop doing that, Rahana. Me? No one's ever expected much of me, and so far, done a fine job of living down to their expectations. Fair enough. I mean, that was Rahana before he did all the Crystal Tower shit. He was just a regular old guy. Who are you? Why are you hiding behind him? What's going on right now? I've been chatting with Perseverance, and we both swear there was another member of our crew. We still ain't figured out a way to prove who he was, but just you wait and see. It won't be long before everyone sees us for the heroes we is. We is? Wait. Won't be long before everyone sees us for the heroes we is. Is that an error in grammar? This early in the game? Terrible. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Oh, you can just buy things here. I can buy the Waking Sands Orchestra Roll. I don't even have it. What? That's crazy. Well, I've just bought it. No! Use it. Why would I want to sell it immediately after buying it? That is, that's pretty nuts. I never knew I had it. And I can repair my armor here. To be fair, it's been a while since I've been to a hideout like this. I feel that. Feeling downtrodden. Not sure I grasp the purpose of these remembrance ceremonies. Whether you remember or rewrite the past, what does it matter? Isn't as though you can repeat it. It's to, you know, stop it from repeating. That's the point. Our present-day enemies ought to serve as sufficient motivation, don't you think? The only lesson I believe we should take from the calamity is that far great effects can and will appear. But we can prevent them from appearing, Orly. That's the idea. We can. I mean, I guess she means like calamity things, like Bahamut appearing. But that only occurred because of Nail, right? That's what the game's implying. Hey, pledge yourself to a Grand Company. Me, I don't think I could do it. I never feel like one of them, no matter what the recruiters say. God, I am glad I'm getting all this flavor text. It's making this playthrough a lot more fun. Hey, what are you doing up here? It's Thancred. The incident with the traitors still weighs heavily on everyone's minds. The Flame Generals most of all. And although he cannot be expected to know what evil lurks in the hearts of every man under his command, the revelation is nevertheless a devastating blow to his authority. Even so, it warrants saying that you should not let this tragedy colour your opinion of the man. In all my years working with the Flame General, I've never had reason to doubt his capacity to lead. Me neither. We love Aban. I like later expansions of Aban though more. Right. We're going to be meeting a certain character. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tales of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Hana. I mean, I'm kinda not tied to you anymore. I'm kinda tied to the Grand Companies, but I know what you mean. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. Have I? This way, sirs. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Sylph quest line, but I guess that'll be a little bit later. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we'll properly introduce ourselves. I'm Briggs. And I'm... Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Oh, Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. That's all well and good. Architect-driven contraptions such as airships grow even more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of the technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us two of their finest engineers. Our happy little family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Can't believe you're so far from the Aetherite, though. I mean, all the way from Horizon. That's really far away. Why didn't you build this base in Horizon? Why did you build it in Vesper Bay? You must kill them, Thancred. They know too much. They're wingers. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I felt such fulfillment, such happiness. I agree, Minfillia. I am of the same mind. I love Eorzea and other parts of the city and of the world. Sylph management. Okay, here we go. Minfillia needs you to investigate the Sylphs. What? The Sylphs?
Now, having set aside the formalities,
Voice acting time.
we have a favor to ask of you. Eorzea, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
We've already heard about them. But these are the ones who formed a friendly pact with Canacena.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like Gisselgreens.
Geisel.
Floating ones that worship the primal Ramu.
Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
So this is a complaint that the game did get to a certain extent, especially later on, and ended up rectifying this. So in 1.0, all of the non-human based tribes were called beast tribes, which obviously poses a problem if those beast tribes end up becoming friendly with the players. Across all expansions, there are numerous tribes that you can do quests with. This started with Realm Reborn and has gone on all the way to Dawn Trail. They have changed this now from them being beast tribes to tribal quests instead. They are now just regular old tribes. I think that is a far better way of doing it and sounds far less insulting to the other species within this world. And I'm glad they changed that. And even addressed it to a certain extent.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
Yes, those beasts. Those little friendly little fellas who have been kind to us. Oh, I just realised the audio's quiet. Give me a sec.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda.
I mean, I feel bad for Limsa. They're dealing with Titan and Leviathan.
Who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if it isn't great either.
It is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible.
With wine and chocolate.
Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
So it's interesting to me that he mentions the echo, considering that the echo can be used to communicate with tribes we wouldn't be able to understand otherwise. It kind of gives us three abilities. One, to glimpse into the past of certain people that we are nearby. That is entirely random. Two, is as a ward to protect us from a primal's influence, so we cannot be tempered. And three, it allows for universal understanding of what any tribe says, or any creature, or any language, we understand it completely. So, it's interesting then that that is probably why we are sent off, because not only are we linguistic, we might also find out information about their past, and if it becomes a bad situation, we can deal with tempering if Ramu comes out.
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfillia?
Oh yes, he always sounds like he's like eating something. Like
Indeed.
A piece of cheese.
You are willing?
But where her mouth did not move there.
Leave
You are
it
willing?
to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Ha 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 ha. These Nickelodeon characters, they're all so silly. Why were Biggs and Wake in that cutscene? Are they also Scions now? I mean, they're here to help engineers, but I don't think they're meant to be Scions. Your mission is to make contact with the Sylphs with the ultimate goal of finding a peaceful resolution to the threat posed by Ramuh. Be fairly warned, the Sylphs are unique people, to say the least, and you may find yourself bewildered by their customs at first. Yeah, I don't know what a warning means, but like, that's a bit of an insensitive way to put it. To say, be prepared, not warned. Yet know that Ida and Papalima will be on hand to support all your endeavours. Stop giving me shit, Rahana. I'm the leader, not you. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. Gosh, that Rahana. He's such a nuisance. Wish someone else was the warrior of light. Hey! Traipsing around in the forest is hardly my forte. 'Tis only fitting that those two will be the ones to assist you this time. Lest you harbour concerns about me and my idle hands, know that I will be busy conducting my own independent investigation while you entreat the Sylphs. Well, on the Sylphs or something else? Biggs and Wedge. We haven't forgotten how you saved us, Rahana. Don't worry, Wedge and I mean to repay the favour in kind. I don't remember Biggs' voice. He does have a voice in the MSQ, but I forget what it is. I like it here. Safe, hidden, a bit dank and dingy, perhaps, but I've known worse. Plus, the reception is rather charming, don't you think? They will be important characters in other content. Obviously, they appear in some of the raids. Leovin. Once upon a time, I aspired to make my name as an adventurer. It all came crashing down that fateful day when I lost the man who led my party, the man who had won my heart. If I could not protect my love, how could I hope to protect my realm? I sunk to the depths of despair. Pathetic, is it not? Others may have come to join some great cause, while I am here only because I have nowhere else to go. I mean, your outcome ended up better than Edda's, I will say. Edda, did certain things after her husband-to-be died. Ramuh, beloved primal of the Sylphs, rooted is he in the laws of Eld, the stern arbiter of the forest. Legend hath it, this thunderous entity appeareth in the guise of an elderly sage. Forth doth history oft speaketh of the old man of the woods. He also ended up becoming Ralph Einson in Final Fantasy XVI. The merchants told me it was Brenda delivered their goods. Maybe I have to wait a while, come back with another shipment. Here's Almrold again. Harbour neglects to mention that our allied forces suffered heavy casualties. The operation succeeded, but at great cost. With an outcome like that, should we truly consider it a victory? Harbour says we should, but I'm not so sure. They tell me you were instrumental in their defeat. Bravo, Rahana, bravo. Stop doing that. Perhaps you heard of my exploits. The flames and I struck a decisive blow against the lizard men by deploying and pillaging their stores of crystals. They won't be summoning their primal again anytime soon. Good on you, I guess. With the addition of the 2 engineers you rescued, the Waking Sands has become lively indeed. Were you aware that entry to the Sands requires the fulfillment of certain conditions? One must either gain recognition from the Scions, or earn the approval of Tataru. Our Lalafell clerk has quite a discerning eye for character. Apparently not a discerning eye for people who don't like Lalafells, because, Zigbar would definitely not have gone in here. Okay, well, we're going to return to the Adder's Nest, so I'll see you guys there in a second. But, so we are currently running towards the Adder's Nest, which is the Grand Company of Gridania. This is where we would have done our Grand Company quest if we were in Gridania. I chose Maelstrom, so this is not where we would have done it. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... Beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest exactly what you're thinking about? We come in peace. Commander Vorsail Hulix has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? I don't like this. Help me.
Good day, Commissioner. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today.
Ida, Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me your quest in the name of the Scions of late. They've always quested in the name of the Scions, when have they not?
Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess.
Ah, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Varmu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the Primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. And that is a good point to take into account. The reason why they are referred to as beast tribes is the fact that if they get annoyed, they can just summon a giant creature to destroy Gridania.
Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. We'll flatten all those Sylphs into guys of green paste.
Do we strike at Varmu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question. Yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistake a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. I don't think I'm impartial. I think I've been at Gridania for a lot of time. I came here to start my adventure. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue of our people. I would hear their candid thoughts and their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic traditions and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It will not do to have any cross-cultural fox path get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you'll come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylphs' favour. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. And I can also show us something else while we're there as well.
A friendly palavra with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palavra, indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not Papalimo.
Now I am, I guess. Oh no, I'm a Lalafell.
Right, yeah, as they said, we'll be going to West Shore Pier to go and sail over there. So, alongside going to East Stroud, I also want to show off something else while we're there as well. Just to give you guys, show you guys something cool. Hi. Hi, the ferry dock at the base of the hill will carry you across the lake to the East Stroud. Once you're ashore, head due west and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Seems fairly ideal. And yes, I could teleport over there, but I'm not going to do that. I would like to go to Sweet Bloom Pier. Lavender Beds is the housing district, so where you can put your own houses in. I'm not going to be going there because it's not part of the MSQ at all. There'll be a little bit that kind of gets tied into it, just like reconstruction stuff kind of thing, but we are here. We are now in East Stroud. This is probably the most foresty area in the game, I would say. Like the most rural, like this is where the least amount of civilization from Gridania has been built. But yeah, we're going to follow along this path and make our way towards the Thorn Hut. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty area. I mean, I should go my Chocobo actually. There we go. It's Chocobo time. But yeah, we're going to sit here, enjoy the lovely foliage, which looks way better than it did in 2.0. The biggest change for me alongside how good the grass looks, is how good the shadows look. Before, like you can see it's a little bit framey with the leaves. Before, it was a mess. There's a mishmash of like square and small polygons. Now, it actually looks like foliage. And they're only getting better at it, I feel. So is it here? Yeah, it is. Hello! Indeed, I am Amelane of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Oh wait, I'm sitting right here. He's quite the asshole. Are you an asshole? Sylphic studies. I think all of the quests in this part are all like Sylph jokes. They're all gonna have Sylph in the names in some capacity. Rolf Hawthorne, the patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to have been well versed in Sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? And I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar lot. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck of them. Oh, you... making me go around and talk to everyone. You are an asshole. Oh, let's go talk to everyone in the hut then. Yzabel Hawthorne. The Sylphs? Yes, father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. I mean, considering their designs, that makes sense. You do best not to underestimate them on the account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. I mean, isn't that what children do? They like put squiggles on your face and put mustaches. Is Rahana gonna wake up with more mustaches on his face? That's what those lines are. Underneath his eyes? What, you thought those were like Makote markings? No, someone put permanent marker on his face and he was sleeping. Definitely. That's definitely the law. Mon. The Sylphs, invertebrate tricksters and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day they draw immobile faces on our mask, the next they're sending our young centuries fallen to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Wolf claims they harbour no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. And if no one dies, or no one gets hurt really bad, that's not really a problem, is it? Blazette. The quickest way to a good woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuff on a Sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun. So Rolf once told me. I mean, it makes sense. They're like plant people, as Ida described them. They're like more small guys with greens, or floating guys with greens. Of course, they would probably regenerate through photosynthesis. Ah, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing! Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. As Sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It may just help you win favour of our forest friends. I've got to dance in front of them? First impressions. Rolf Hawthorne would share further knowledge to assist you in befriending the Sylphs. Oh, still here, eh? Great! There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along, what was it again? My wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the man not days ago. Oh, forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. You don't look like the oldest person ever, buddy. You look pretty young, but the guy next to you looks older. You lying about your age? Whoa, Hana. You now have the high ground, I guess. Right, we're going back towards the full flag comb. The golden lighting here is so beautiful. What a lovely looking area, what a foliage. Definitely one of the biggest changes we've seen with the graphics update. A peace offering for the Sylphs? Well, to anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past the front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you, perchance, familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the Ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You not catch me alive trying the stuff, but it itself seems to enjoy it to no end. Oh, so they're all smashed whenever you meet them. That kind of makes sense, to be honest. I've not seen an Ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. Oh, I mean, I wonder if it's going to be an Ochu itself. Probably, to some manner or capacity. Amber syrup, a nutrient-rich alchemic compound used to quicken seedkin growth. Just dab a little bit of this on this little plant. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Whoa! No, don't summon another one! Don't do it! Don't summon another one! Oh shit! Maybe they're here to help me. Well, I appreciate it, Mikote friend. We are buddies now. Well, I'll help them too since they're here. There we go. So yeah, you can actually help people in a couple of quests. When it involves spawning enemies or enemy encounters like that, you can run around and kill the enemies for them. That tends to be more of an issue in job quests, because if you're all, say, doing a job, or not a job quest, a travel quest, and you're getting some EXP, everyone doing the same quest at the same time, when it's like a new thing, can lead to chaos, basically breaking out. Hello there. I got the nectar. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Yes, milkroot. The thick white sap extracted from this Ochu root has the power to grant its user wondrously terrible visions. I kind of want to drink it. Milkroot, but of course. Those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect is about the same as well. Anyway, a gift of milkroot will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on you. Now let me wrap that up for you. Starting to feel a bit woozy. Oh, maybe this is why you're like got a bad memory. First contact. Rolf Hawthorne has gift wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the Sylph's Demesme? I don't know how to say that word. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. That's a line that could be taken out of context. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. Thank you. The Sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say that the reek even rivals the breath of the Morbol. That put an end to my adventuring days. That's why you have bad memory, because you got bad breathed. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but they've shared their company enough to know their kind of heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop on by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you regale me of your adventuring tales. I would say if you were a main character, that would be a death flag, but you're not, so... Oh, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Ameline here would have a word of you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Now I'm wondering how many quests were going to be here. I think the Sylph questline is one of the ones they most cut down on, alongside one that's going to happen later as well. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph by the name of Camuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our people on many an occasion, and as the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of the malodorous root the Sylphs so adore. No, I got it myself, but sure. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver. A missive from the elder Seedseer herself. To summarize the letter's content in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war of the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources, and we can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12th see return of good tidings. I mean, I'm a neutral party, buddy. This isn't. I mean, I guess it's a neutral thing, like maintaining the peace. But I feel like a neutral party doing the deeds of a non-neutral party makes it not neutral, if you get what I mean. But before we head to the Sylph village, I want to show you guys something. So they allude to a lot of Garlean technology in this world, like the castrums and some bases. But one of my favorites, and it's going to be important later on, is this. The wall over here is called Baelsar's Wall. This disconnects Gridania from a place called Gur Urbania, which is where Alamigo is. This region over here will be important in a later expansion, and the fact that you can see this right now, and even see the name Castrum Oriens on the map, is really cool. I like that. I mean, I can show you, spoiler warning, I can show you, this connects to Gur Urbania there. But yeah, we're going to go meet the Sylphs now. As I said, this episode's slow. There's not a whole lot of dungeons or trials. There's going to be one dungeon in this entire episode, and we're going to be here for a while doing quests with the Sylphs. But here they are. Oh my god. There we go. We got some Sylphs. Right.
Walking Ones is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust Walking Ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be.
Well, Walking One is about to give you the best dance you've ever seen in your entire life. Watch me go. Oh. Yeah. Makote. Male Makote dance. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Did you like it?
Leave now? The one would welcome Walking One who moves like this one. These ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak a quick tongue.
Oh god. We're gonna be here so long listening to this dialogue, aren't we?
Walking One should bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind.
Indeed. So I've got some milk root for you. And I've also got a letter from the Elder Seeds here.
Walking One brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one will steal milk root for oneself. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks.
I like how there's no way to tell how many that he's talking about. He could be talking about himself, or he could be talking about the entire group.
Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry.
Ah, there you guys are. You know, you could have been some help with me getting the milk root.
Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania. We're here to treat of your people. Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These Walking Ones from Gridania? Walking Ones became a dancing one and bring milk root, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks.
Oh, you guys fucked up.
This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking One should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Rahana here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedster herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking Ones. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's times.
I see. So if I give you like milk root and like give you a way to get drunk, you're happy. But the second more people show up, you throw a fit?
Well, I never. Turned away at the gates? What did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Rahana's jig insufficiently jiggy?
Well, I mean, I told him I would come. I felt like you should have came with your own offerings, guys.
I'm as baffled as you. But something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust.
Oh. My favourite. This isn't one of my favorite quest lines. Maybe because it doesn't go anywhere. Like, this is not an important quest necessarily. It feels like a glorified tribal quest.
Kind walking one, listening ones, and mass ones. Protect these ones. Protect little souls from nasty ones who would steal these ones home. Walking ones are kind and strong, but these ones cannot rely on walking ones alone. No, all ones must work together, that one day these ones may return home. By virtue of the crystal trade, the Sylphs have maintained friendly terms with most every race in Eorzea. Alas, the appearance of Ramuh has been as a storm cloud over relations. If peace is to be secured, we must reopen a dialogue with the Sylphs before they have the chance to summon their god again. Neither has a notion of how one might earn the Sylphs' trust. Dance Diplomancy. Say, Rahana, are you in the mood for dancing? I'm never in the mood for dancing. I mean, no, I'm always in the mood for dancing. That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I was a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me, of course I'd be happy to join. Ow, ow. Oh, there go those bloody leg cramps of mine adding up again.
Are you kidding me, Ida? I mean, if they did this quest now, they would have Ida follow behind us, because they now have that tech. Right, I'll go do this on my own. They're very helpful and useful Silence of the 7th Dawn.
This one is weaving cloth. Walking one would know more. This one does not trust walking ones who do not show respect.
Well, don't you worry, I'm going to show you lots of respect right now with a cool dance. Whoa. Ah, da, da.
Walking ones will be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the way of weaving a secret. Even if walking one learned the secret, walking one cannot weave in the same way.
Very good use of my time there. No Lexia.
Walking one's belly is rumbling. This one is not making a meal. This one is boiling bark and flower seeds to dye thread. Colour must be jolly, and so must greet making.
Don't you worry then, I'm gonna dance for you. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Oh, walking one's no jolly dance. Jolly dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends.
Well, that was surprisingly easy.
It fills you with determination. You can now save.
So you can also click the little symbol on the top right to dance as well.
What does walking one want with this one? Elder one warned this one not to get too friendly of walking one.
Why did the music go away? Ah! 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 Ah!
Ah, walking one is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious elder one of forest pity. So it knows how to dance into these ones' hearts.
Easy peasy. Dancing ended up being the way to go, Ida. If only you didn't have any plot cramps, then you could have helped me with the quest.
Rahana, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and higher spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure.
I think this is one of the reasons why it was difficult to like the Scions, because they come up with stupid excuses for this why they can't help you, and there's no reason for it. Just have Ida go somewhere else and do this. So what the fuck, Ida? It sounds like an excuse and probably is an excuse. Your legs look fine. Papalimo has a notion of how you may endear yourselves with a Sylph of Little Solace. If you mention leg cramps, Papalimo, I'm gonna launch you all the way to Belus' wall.
Rahana, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what they might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? I will continue standing here and keep doing nothing. That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with the hearer, immediate, of the good Arnians who reside here. He's most likely to be privy to the Sylphs' troubles.
Why don't we just go speak to the Elder? I guess the elder doesn't really want to see us. Oh, praise be the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventure with a truly gentle heart. Yeah, Rahana has a gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants 4 amenities, not least a stoutest set of defences. Consequently, beasts and malms around are free to wander in and terrorise the hapless residents. The Ziz Gorlins and Gal Gnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie bushes as well. They play an important part in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such fell beasts as part of the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done at the Easy Calcamexio, he is so to warn to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Right, well, I'm going to get on that. I'll see you guys afterwards. Alright, I've done your bullshit.
Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned.
I mean, I came to you before and you seemed pretty happy about the milk brew I gave you. Legend says that Eorzea was once inhabited by a race of tiny creatures called brownies, and they would use the spores of this particular mushroom to paint their faces for battle. Oh. They sound very delicious.
Dancing One brings brownie bushes for this one. This one can die fed once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills Bitey Buzzy One. This one hates Bitey Buzzy Ones. Dancing One is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to these ones' abode, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One.
Okay, I thought you were suspicious there. I'm glad you weren't. Forest friend. That was a whole lot of nothing. Presence of the enemy. Convince you have Little Solace would entrust you with a task.
This one asked Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since Walking One last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other Walking Ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange Walking Ones with bodies of steel came to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from the Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger! This one begs for Dancing One to help this one no more. Dancing One is friends of these ones and Walking Ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and Walking Ones in Hut House and find out more. Oh my god. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on the kindness of Dancing One. Annoyed one. Right, we're gonna go look for suspicious activity, and I guess I'll cut back. Oh no. There's dialogue to do here, so I'll not skip through it. Strange steel walking one. Yes, this one I've seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hungry trying treasure. This one likes treasure.
Sounds very interesting. We'll head up to the bridge first and head to the Hawthorne Hat afterwards because I can teleport there. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of the quest here. And I'm going to be skipping through a bit of it. Just for you guys is not to go insane.
Shush, shush, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary like touch ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends.
Yeah, we don't want to go across this bridge because there is a... It's called the Sylphlands, but it's also quite scary over here. Alongside having Baelsar's Wall, we also have the Sanctum of the 12. This is a sanctum for the elementals, but it's also used to house weddings. In this game, you're allowed to wed someone, and there's an entire ceremony that takes place inside of this building. You can invite friends, you can invite a bunch of people for it. It's really cool, actually. You can just have like an in-game husband if you wanted to. But yeah, we'll head to the Hawthorne Hut and continue talking to people there. Hello, Mon. How's it going? You got any information for me? We're wearing surprisingly similar clothes.
Men clad in strange armour. Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. Simply assumed they were adventurers. Maybe you should not assume. Oh, that Chocobo is like kid out. Oh no, spoilers! I mean, it's not spoilers for this series because I'm not going to be replaying Dawn Trailed. Victor. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. It's a terrifying prospect being so close to Balthazar's wall. There is like a sense of like the actual area being a lot bigger than it is. So I doubt it's right next to Castromorians, but yeah, I mean, we are close to a Castrum, and quite a hefty one at that. And yeah, we'll head back to the Sylphlands and go see what Camuxia wants. Now, as far as I remember, the dungeon quest is halfway through the quest line here. So now give me an idea of how far we are through. Right, Camuxia, I found out that there were, in fact, Imperial people being Imperials. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes and go walking deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one will borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark right here. This is where Steel One hides. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for Steel Ones, yes? Yes, Dancing One will go look for the thing. Nothing suspicious here. Oh! What were you doing in the fumes? Fume Knights. I'll be dead knights in a minute. Ow. At least we're not fighting the Imperial soldiers that like stunned me every two seconds. Because they were very annoying in that one mage quest. Like dead. Defeated. I'll have a look in the suspicious box. Oh, this is very suspicious. The most of suspiciousness. Right, I killed them, Camuxio. How's that for trust? Dancing One is back. This one breathed sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something? Yeah, so Quartermaster's log. A list of supplies and material to be delivered to a certain Imperial stronghold. I guess it's Castrum Orions, right? Dancing One found paper inside the box. This is a message from Empire? This one can read Walking One symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes, this one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do Steel Walking Ones know to find them? Is there a sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to Steel Walking Ones? Oh, this one fears for this one's home, but Dancing One has helped this one much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friends to these ones, and in return... Oh. Brotherly Love. I don't like the name of that quest. Camuxia is pining for a wayward friend. Helpful ones arrive at a good time. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones named Claxio ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Yes, I'll get on it. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of a beastly one. It's certainly an interesting way of talking, but like doing it for an extended period of time is kind of making me lose my mind a little bit. I'm losing my mind, chat. These little ones are causing this one to become one like them. Thereby this one wants to tear this one's own eyes out. No. Claxio! What? What walking one? This one, they don't make this one laugh. No, these meddling ones go away. Ah! Okay, we got the general gist of that. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm lowering on the walls of the village. They're going to be so angry with me. Oh my god. What? Claxio refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest. But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful ones must return fully. Hurry and find Claxio. Helpful One should search for spores of thread in the forest floor. Those things will help Helpful Ones to Claxio, but hurry, hurry, before Touch Ones take Claxio away!
I got some bad news for you, but I think Claxio is going to be in trouble. And now we have to go all the way up there. Well, hopefully the enemies don't see me, because that would be terrible. Now we got past them. They are aggressive. You see that little symbol next to them, next to their level? That means that they will attack you even if they are lower level than you. Which makes for some fun encounters, especially at higher level. Just ignore all of the possible encounters. Just ignore all of the possible encounters. Just ignore the possible encounters. There we go, nice. Claxio! I'll save you from the glowy circle of death. No, I think he's in trouble. I think he's done for. Voice added cutscene? They shouldn't have. No.
Meddling One is back. This one told Meddling One to be gone. Tell Kamuxio that this one will never go back. Never!
You took like 5 steps and you've already been surrounded.
Touch Ones! Touch Ones should go away too. This one is good one. Everyone should leave this one alone.
Hi guys.
Be on guard, Rahana. These Sylphs have been tempered, brought under the fall of the primal Ramu. Akin to the Amalga tempered by a fleet, these Sylphs exist only to serve their deity. I'll not answer the words, only steal. Take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. We must kill them.
Yeah, Ida and me with the dual fists. Hell yeah, let's go. But why is it called Beverly Lug?
Claxio, these ones are your friends. Come with these ones, serve Primal One together. No, this one is good one. We'll never go with bad ones.
God, doing that voice while also doing combat is taking a lot out of me right now. Big punch.
Yeah, punch. Yeah. Yeah! Meddling One's not smart to anger this one. This one has many friends in the forest.
Sylphied Snarl? If I was called Snarl, I'd also... Oh my god, it's a Marble!
A Marble? And things are going so well.
They're certainly not right about that Marble. Ignore it and focus your attacks on the Sylph. Okay.
Hurry up, Papalima. I can't bear this take too longer. Do not get caught in bad breath or you're going to have 50,000 sad ailments.
So, yeah.
No, not Stinky One. Stinky One is scary. Stinky One stink made his head go spinny. Nick Rahana, I can handle this beast. You take care of the Sylphs.
Look at them go. Hell yeah, Ida. I mean, I killed them all. I did it. You didn't even finish what you said. So yeah. Might be wondering why they're called Marbles in this and not Malboros in previous Final Fantasy games. It is because that Marlboro is a recognizable smoking company, and they wanted to dissociate from that. And thus, they called them Marbles in this, and they also called them that in Final Fantasy XVI as well. I think they also called them that in Final Fantasy XI.
This one is safe. This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been worried, so very worried. Is Claxio unharmed, still in possession of wits? Kamuxio and Meddling Ones as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe fills this one with joy. Kamuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live in Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like Touch Ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Wow, such inspirational dialogue. It makes me want to cry. Meddling, helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will turn to Little Solace to be with Kamuxio and friendly ones.
Little cute little wave. They are cute. I like the designs. It's just... Speaking to them for about 30 minutes is kind of ruining my mind.
Well, that should see to it. What say we return to Little Solace as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath.
You won't take that much water either because you're a little guy, so it just feel like be a lot less than what me and Ida would require. I can't help myself. I don't know what it is about Lalafeld. I just can't help myself. feel like I'm cursed to always find them humorous. Jeez, I can't go anywhere without like grabbing like a bunch of enemies as well. No need to overthink things. So long as your heart is in it, the Sylphs will understand you. By virtue of the crystal trade, the Sylphs have maintained friendly terms with most every race in Eorzea. Alas, the appearance of Ramuh has been a storm cloud over relations. If peace is to be secured, we must reopen a dialogue with the Sylphs before they have a chance to summon their god again. Indeed, I agree. Hi, how's it going? This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful One saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. Helpful One will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one will take Helpful One to see Elder One. Nice. But Elder One is... Uh-oh. Where is Elder One? You promised this one that you tell me where Elder One... tell this one where Elder One is. Spirited Away. My favourite American movie. This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one may promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes, but this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest but never for this long. Kind One will find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one called Buscarn. Buscarn may know of what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscarn, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Will Kind One talk to Buscarn for this one? And Kind One comes from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many Kind Ones, yes? Wow. Went for all that song and dance to gain your trust, and you lied to me. I hope you feel good. This one begs of Kind One. Please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. And please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns. This one does not trust you anymore. This one is going to leave and be very sad. Okay, this one is going to head back to the Adder's Nest. Finally, we can be free of the Sylphs for a little bit. I'll see you guys there. I think you have a problem with some Sylphs. I'm here to help. Well, isn't that intrepid ambassador? How fair your diplomatic efforts with the Sylphs tribes? Their orders gone missing, you say? Why, if we were to end up in the hands of the tempered ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure that the Sylphs that my sharpest-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Gia Molka at Bent Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the Wood Whalers are needed in the search effort. I'll head over there and do all the work. Delivery boy, Postman Mahana, back in action. Let's head over to Brent Bank Meadows, whatever it's called. I feel like I should be getting paid for this. Like getting paid for all the Aetheryte travel I'm doing, all the time I'm spending. Maybe it's because I'm an adventurer, but adventurers get paid for their jobs, right? Like Mahana got paid for killing a fleet. Am I going to get paid for this? A message from Commander Hulix, you say? The Sylph Elder has vanished. Worry not, friend. The Wood Whalers have eyes under every leaf, branch behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these woods, we shall find him, like the masked guy you couldn't find last time I was here. Don't think I didn't forget about that. I remember. Mahana remembers. Am I heading back? Okay, no, I'm not. I'm going somewhere else. Oh, we're going to the South Shroud for the first time. Well, how about we ride over there then, since it's our first time heading to this region. So, South Shroud is where Palace of the Dead is, as mentioned before. Alongside that, not really a whole lot else is there. Outside of a couple of dungeons and some interesting lore when it comes to the history of Gridania and, like, far Eorzea history when it comes to black mages and white mages. Which is interesting. I like the whole black mage, white mage war. They don't really go too much into it in the MSQ. It's mostly left for side content, which is something that is kind of admirable about this game. Like, the MSQ is mostly exploring new things for the most part, while they leave a lot of open-ended things for other content to tap onto. The issue is they left so much content to tap onto for all of the lore in Gridania, Ul'dah, and Limsa that it hasn't really all been explored. especially in the Gridania department. I feel like Ul'dah has mostly been explored at this point, same with Limsa, but Gridania, as usual, is the one that is left out in this regard. Does not get given the same recipe as the others. It does not get given the same sauce. But yeah, we are going to be here later for another quest, another episode. And yeah, you'll see you guys. I actually forgot we go down here, but I remember the dungeon is in this area, I think, if I remember correctly. Hi, Buscarn, how's it going? I'm here. I wonder what voice I'm going to give you. You have an eye patch, so I can just give you Zigbar's voice from Kingdom Hearts. Well met, adventurer. We have to find this grog and grub this side of... Hey, not here to fill your belly, then? Hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a Sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it be the elder you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike. Well, that's racist. Short of painting one red and another blue, most folk will struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, maybe you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know. You might even stumble across the Sylph elder yourself. Maybe. I had a look to find out how many quests were here. I'm very unhappy. I think there's like 6. We got a lot of quests we got to do here with him. Why? Why is there so many? Druthers' house rules. Buscarn could use an adventurer to douse a fight, brewing at his establishment. No word in the Sylph elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favour for old Buscarn in return? Right then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling up a full fight. Need you to call him off for me. No doubt I'll go cracking any skulls, though. Take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. Tends to do the trick. My patrons can swill grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead if they wish, but as soon as it turns violent, gotta put my boot down. Hey! 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 I went out the wrong door. You! I'm gonna douse you with water. Get watered. Get watered! Nothucus teats, that's cold. What do you mean no fighting? This Dustwhite scum was... Yeah, I know the rules. That bastard. What pub... I mean, I guess there's going to be a couple of pubs. But what, decently established pub does not have a rule for no infighting? Like, I feel like that should be standard protocol, right? You'll be fine, don't worry. Thanks for stepping in there, friend. Not that I couldn't handle myself against a bleating milksop like that bloke. I don't want to cause no trouble for Buscarn. Having to mop up blood and bits of teeth and the like. I dealt with your quest. Are you happy? That was short, though, I will say. Nicely done, Mahana. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. Katie didn't see. The bloke who caught the brunt of the outburst is a Dustwhite Ellison. They're people who shouldn't see to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Dustwites can be an unruly lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them. Don't seem so right to bar a whole race of people from the Druthers for the misdeeds of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? What does this have to do with anything? I want to know what it has to do with the overarching Realm Reborn plotline, because I don't understand. The penniless proprietor of Buscarn's Druthers. So, yeah, here's the thing. My beloved flower, this is to help you explore Gridania. The Gridania stuff is not important to the plot. It at most is for establishing things that could be important, but for the overarching story of this expansion, it is not going to be important. I appreciate the good you've done for our patrons. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favour of my own to ask you. There's a Kirkin friend of mine, you see, name of Tetarun. Good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him falling in the shroud. Nearly died in the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at my Druthers for a spell after that. Got a talking striking out on his own, he did. No longer have to cast his lot with a merchant bound for Lanosea. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here, came across something of his, this scarlet earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have just forgotten it when he left. So I'd like to see that he gets it to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine can, a Rogadon named Basing. You can find him in Hawk's Alley in Limsa Laminza. He knows everything of the coming and goings of merchants there. Oh my god. I gotta go all the way to Limsa. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that, buddy. I'll just do a small favor of you. Go all the way to another fucking island in Eorzea. Oh no. Yeah, it'll be a piece of cake. Go from here to there. Yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll go from the equivalent of, Scotland to France. See you later. See you later, buddy. Alright, I'm going to teleport there in anger. I am curious, like, without Aetheryte travel, how long this would take to get here. Like, imagine if in Final Fantasy XI, you were told to go from, like, Windurst to Bastok. You wouldn't do it. You'd hate the game. You found your way to Orca's Alley, friend? A Kirkwood that worked at the Druthers. Oh, you speak of Toto-Rak. Related to the Koyakornion bloke you're over there by some blood or another. Double and putting two together and making good coin, but old Toto-Rak up and left limbs a lot long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. Better off asking Kirkwood himself. He can be a bit tight-lipped, though, I warn you. Best take the chicken egg of you. Little bastard loves the bloody things. Good to hear about old Buskrow. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit, just like him was sending a venture along. Too shy to come to his old known selves. Gods, I miss drinking of that fall. Good. I'm very happy for you. Oh! Wait, you want an egg? Oh. That really sucks that, I'm gonna eat it instead. That's a good egg. It's fine, I have to. What voice do I do for these lads? I'm still eating the egg in front of him.
Customer, be welcome, not customer. Not comb of custom. Kirkwood busy with business. Too busy for blather.
If one was so inclined, the freshness of this egg could be checked by placing it in a container of water, where it would lay on its side. It is almost completely fresh. Should the egg float, however, it may be possessed by a void scent. It should be smashed with extreme prejudice.
Chicken egg. Kirkwood loves chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Toto-Rak. Toto-Rak no here no more. Toto-Rak leave Limsa. Toto-Rak go look for sparklies. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Forget what trading post is. Weinberg knows Toto-Rak. Weinberg knows trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kirkwood forget things. Weinberg remembers things. You talk to Weinberg or Kirkwood.
Okay. I'll go to... Well, now I can show you guys how Aetheryte travel works. There you go, bada boom, bada bing. So, it was before this expansion, actually, Dawn Trail released, and I think some patches in Endwalker 2, you had to select from this menu. This was not a thing. You could not look on a smaller version of Limsa's map and click on a thing to teleport to. So until about a year ago, yeah, it was a bit more difficult to work out where the hell you wanted to go to. And you had to get the map to make sure you go the right way. Toto-Rak, I have seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north by way of the ferry to Allaport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. Skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'll start by asking Alderfoot. He's an old hand who knows a great deal about a great many things. Please. Please, can he just be here? I don't think he is. I think we're following a wild goose chase right now. Literally a wild goose chase. And the worst part is, this is not the only time this game does this. MMORPG Reborn does this a lot. This is the first time it does it. Toto-Rak, I saw him. I have to say, I seen him. Took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood, looking for a place run by his fellow Kirkwood. Reckon he meant the only one right on the shore of One's Lake. Remember Rune's trading post. Follow the road and you should find it. Right. Finally, as we can see with this quest, we'll make our way there. We're going to go to Upper Lalocea, which is a very interesting area because it's divided. It's two land masses that are connected in the same map, but there is a giant lake in between them. You can fly over the lake, but again, it's one of the less memorable locations in this game because it's just more of the Limsa area, basically. But as we have done so far, we will be heading that way. God, the way the colour just pops in this area looks great. It no longer looks like dead and judgy. It helps that we've got shaders on that makes the game look better, but I mean, the graphics update does a lot of good work here too. The crystals in that tower over there certainly didn't look that good. It would be nice to, you know, go through some of the dungeon stuff at some point, but chances of that happening are slim considering how long this is taking. I mean, my plan today was to record all the Sylph stuff, but considering how this is panning out, that's probably not going to happen. Hey, Tetaroon, how's it going? Customer, be welcome. Not customer. Not come with custom, bring something for Tetaroon. Yes. A weathered brass earring fitted with a polished scarlet stone. A favourite of the forgetful Kirkhoyne Tetaroon. Enjoy. Tetaroon, forget this. Forget it, Druthers. Tetaroon swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. Tetaroon thank. Tetaroon thank. Good Bascon doing good. Good Bascon good to Tetaroon. Tetaroon miss good Bascon. Roon. I thought they called him Buscaroon, because that's his name. That's cute. Microbrewing. Tetaroon has places for you to go and thingies for you to get. Okay. Good Buscaroon helps Tetaroon. Tetaroon dead without good Buscaroon. Must give thankies. Many thankies. Tetaroon make Kirkhoyne firewater for Buscaroon. Buscaroon love firewater. You help Tetaroon make firewater. Need thingies to make. Need many thingies. Need curl pup whiskers. Need 3 good curl pup whiskers. Right. And obtained. Right, I got it. Also some of my hunting log while I was here too. Tetaroon make firewater for Buscaroon. You bring thingies Tetaroon need. Yes, here you go. It takes him almost a full year for a curl to grow its first whiskers. Takes less than a minute to remove it. Like, it takes a few seconds, I would say, right? You bought all thingies. Tetaroon makes firewater now. Make good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tetaroon start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. More time, more good. You come back later. Indeed. Like fine wine, Tetaroon appears to have finished his gift for Buscaroon. Buscaroon. I keep calling him Buscaroon now because of him. Tetaroon make firewater. Good firewater. You take the Buscaroon. Good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tell Buscaroon no drink now. Oh my god, my face! Ah! He just grabbed it. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavour. Tetaroon hopes Buscaroon happy. Tetaroon gives Buscaroon thankies. Many thankies. You tell Buscaroon. Tetaroon make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many sparklies. All thanks to good Buscaroon. You know, you being on that like little ledge makes you look a lot taller than I am. Alright, heading back to play return to Gridania. Buscaroon, you better like give me your finest alcohol. Wait, what are you two doing here? The Sylphs are known to avoid the South Shroud. What could have compelled the Sylph Elder to come here? Buscaroon is a good friend of ours. No place like this for the latest gossip in the South Shroud. Alright, well, I'll be the judge of that. Hey! I had to go all the way to Limsa. Oh, he returned. Thank you for seeing Tetaroon's belonging to him. What's this? For me? Yes. A foul brew that is made by tossing various items found in the wild, both live and dead, into a barrel of water and letting the concoction ferment for senite under the warm sun. That's cool to use the word senite. Kirkhoyne firewater. So he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, the old... Oh, bloody hell, who comes cutting onions down back here? He says a shovel for a year, does he? That sounds about right. I have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. Stuff has aroma and body unlike any other drink. So, technically, in Eorzea time, I think it has been a year by Dawntrail standards. So that should have been finished brewing by now. It's going to be a long year. We'll see you come back then, friend. We'll see if we can make it through this bottle together. It is shocking to me that the events of this all the way to Dawntrail took about a year in game time. Not something you really think about that much, I guess. Sylphish Concerns. If Buffcan had his Druthers, he'd have an adventure of whom to share talk of Sylphs. There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no land of their own. No, this was a place near to here. A place we've never known no Sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like that, the missing Sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked a track where they are sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. Still can't believe it made me to go all the way to Limsa and then further. But I'll get on those and have a look around, I guess. Investigation to... Oh, flying! No! Fly, you flew, and now you have to walk. You shall have to walk for your crimes. Damn it. I didn't mean to fly. I was just getting so impatient, man. I gotta go all the way to Limsa. Now I gotta fight over Great Offering. Fuck you. Oh my god. Oh. Get out of here, man. The devs don't care. They can just put these in random spots. But I gotta deal with the enemies that they spawn them in. Windspite. Right. Let's see if anything happens at these points, shall we? Oh. Oh, Guardians! What the fuck? Get out of here, buddy. Get out. Leave. It was your mistake to try and fight me. And now you're dead. Got punched right in the face. Right in the face. Okay, number 2. So, this is also something else that can happen. Alongside there being purple essence on the ground, there can also be white, and sometimes an enemy may spawn for them. Not all the time, but sometimes. You do kind of start to remember the ones which do have enemies spawning on them, though, during alliance quests, for the most part. Seems like there were originally lots of trees here, and they were all destroyed. Okay, well, now I'm going to use my chocobo. No! Please! Please do the fuck off. Please do the fuck off. Thank you. I like how the ground has been, like, dug up here. It's not as pleasant as other parts of the area so far. We are getting close to another outpost, which again, as I said before, is where Palace of the Dead is. Oh, no. Wait, I think it's around the tree. So it's on the other side of the tree then. Yeah, there it is. I could have just gone the other way around. Actually, no, I don't think I could have because there's a cliff here. Either way, a pain in the ass. Maybe there'll be enemies here too. Third cohort Aquarius. I should have known it was you. Damn it, you gave me paralysis. Third cohort signifier. Should have known it was you. Damn, I didn't even kill you, just my after effect did. Alright, back to BusCon. No wonder this quest line is called Sylphish Concerns. These quests do feel selfish. So was there aught to be found in the... What, that was one voice. So was there aught to be found in the wood? What did he come to... Garleans? In this part of the Twelves Wood? First Sylphs and now Garleans. All in the same place. Could not be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the Sylphs, tracking them or giving chase, perhaps? But no. Not this far into the forest. The wood whalers' spires are everywhere, and pillars could never have stolen past them. How in the bloody hells could they? Unless someone guided them through. Someone who knew where the spires stand and when the whalers watch. A Gardanian traitor. When we knew there was a traitor in the Immortal Flames, so there could definitely be one here too. Nouveau Riche. Buscan has more work for a willing adventurer. I'm willing to listen. For a time being, Buscan. Glad you've come, friend. Something I want to talk to you about. You know, I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst? Yeah, literally 5 seconds ago. Someone was aiding the Guardians, well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. It's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup, sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another. But of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably not think nothing of it. But this lad's a wood whaler. He's not very good at money laundering. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Guardians in the forest, and I couldn't help putting 2 and 2 together. It's quite the leap, but assuming we don't immediately antagonize him, that's fine. It could just be a guy who got a pay raise, or like a bonus. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. That lad I'm talking about, going by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Fine, Vahana. And if he is up to no good, put an end to it. And him if it comes to that. I didn't know I was your assassin now as well, Buscon. But as long as it's here, I don't mind. So he's not sending me all the way to fucking Limsa on just an errand. I miss my old friend. Can you, a person I just met, go all the way to Limsa and to find them? No! You're not suspicious at all. Hello. Everything okay, buddy? You're not worried at all, are you? Hey, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Can you not say I'm on patrol? Be gone! Why you give me a hug? Oh, I miss you so much, Rahana. I miss you too, buddy. Your business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. But what if I follow you even more? These guys are going to attack me? No, definitely. Hi. How's it going? You doing some busy stuff over here? Not long now. The thing patrol routes and rations affect such a price. No more than I deserve, though. It's little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. Only the whalers paid men their worth. You could just hear his breath. Come on, man. He's right behind you. You? What did you? How long have you? Help! 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 Please come quickly, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. Third cohort. Okay, I'm not doing that bit again. I need something right now, chat. This is a very dry plot line. Hi, hi. I killed him. Hi. How did you? You just... I like how he went back to counting. Like he just knew what he'd be fine. I know nothing. I was on patrol. It disappeared. I thought you were working for the Guardians. For fuck's sake. It's amazing that Rahana knows where he goes. I didn't know Rahana was so good at tracking. It's almost night time. What the hell are Ida and Papalimo doing? They're just chilling out while I'm doing all the hard work. Laurentius, you've become a glowy boy. You know what that means, right? It's time to get Rahana'd. No, please! Don't Rahana me! No, you're gonna get Rahana'd. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough! Enough, I say! You're a bastard! It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the corn, but your actions had repercussions, buddy. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud. But they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty. But in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and I took it. All I've done for money, endangering myself, my home, everything, and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put you in danger too. I mean, you tried to get me killed earlier, buddy. I'm a evil one-dimensional crook. Though you do not realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. And neither is it I. Guardians have bought the Makote bastard. I called you a bastard. You can't call me a bastard. What does that mean? Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the gods of power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor, such as the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will for Gridania. So, that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunker at the barracks for a feather bed and Garlemald, did you? Who the fuck are you? You then, Makote. Stand there, old bus wish, no? They don't stand alone. I have a name. Don't call me my waist, what the fuck? Call you here. Or Ellison, whatever you're called. I'm angry! You mean to stand against the might of the Empire? Your wise betray you, coward. You know full well the Whirlers fear the wasp sting. Why couldn't they bring Ida and Papalimo here? Aw, buddies. Legolas Laurentius? He did not do him any favours. Oh, he's got a lot of HP though. He's a good wood whaler. Why is he in a bush right now? After these trees drink your blood, I will see that they are cut down and burned. Show them what happens to those who oppose the Empire. Oh, I'll show you what happens to those who oppose Vahana. They get Vahana'd. They lose all their teeth except one. You've got to leave them with one tooth. Okay, I generally thought that those black things on their face were eyes. And I thought it was doing the anime adorable face. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on right now? Thor's in a serious fight. So this is my end. Yes. Imagine doing all this and then dying in Gridania. What? You bastard, don't heal yourself. Yeah, do it, yeah. Let me break him. He put all of his points into health. Just give up, buddy. There's a guy over here who's fighting someone else in the background. I feel like this fight is going on a little bit too long. Destroying him. What the fuck? He's such a bullet sponge. What the hell's going on? Just get out of here, Legolas Levantis. How has it come to this? Oh! Impossible. How do you best the Empire's finest? They are not the Empire's finest. And with bandits and poachers at your side, they are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well. Buscaron, this is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. God, what have I become? What have I done? It's too late for this now, buddy. Repentance is only going to be felt in hell. I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies. No more bribes. I will go to the order the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. That was surprisingly easy. There is something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. I want to call you Laurentius the Legless. That's a better name. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. What a twat. What an actual twat. Hate him. He sucks. Anyway, back to Buscaron. So I dealt with your little traitor problem. Laurentius confessed his crimes. I'd heard word from the Twin Adders. Seems he marched straight to the nest and gave himself up. Lad's had quite a life, you know. Mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. The young man he joined the Whirlers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is pretending Gridanians too big a job for one man. They came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are a few things more dangerous than desperation. A man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. Reckon he thought that if he couldn't change a lot of his fellow men, he could might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he'd failed to grasp one simple truth. That those who we cannot do alone, we must do together. You say that, but I went all the way to Limsa for your quest on my own. Yeah? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. Just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I like to think he's afforded the chance to make amends. But there's leave fate to the 12. I have no news for you, Vahana. The Sylph Elder has been found. Into the Beast Maw, Buscaron has reliable information regarding the whereabouts of the Sylph Elder. I completely forgot about the Buscaron stuff, and I'm kind of surprised I did. Not surprised, I did. Oh, we just arrived. Yes, we were enjoying a lovely salted pork, and we're going to now help you in this quest, Vahana. You bastards. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem. His
His name is Fixio, and he is the eldest amongst the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long as he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gardanians. Yeah, he's like a bridge between us and them. A small, leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment. Bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the Thousand Maws of Toto-Rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas where the entrance to the place of Fixio was seen, and not long after either. Longer either. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help to help Elder One. Poor Fixio, poor Fixio. Oh my god, no, please. Whoa, hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went into Toto-Rak and has not returned. This one is worried. So wait, hold on a second. Hold on a bloody second. Are you implying the bus cons of us entirely pointless if this person was going to appear and ask us for help? Like now? Oh my god. And you're right to be. The place fair calls of nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, Walking Ones must help Elder One now! Nah, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Fixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. What? This character's wounds? Understood. Meanwhile, do all the work, Rahana, please. Please do all the work. Fine. Later on, the Scions are going to be more helpful. But in Realm Reborn, they are lazy as hell. They make us do all the work. And they do apologize for this, I think, in later expansions. Do not worry. Right. So yes, we're going to head to Toto-Rak now. Yeah, this has been the most egregious part of the game so far. And it isn't terrible, it's just boring mostly. Bloiswin. By order of the Elder Seed, said the dungeon known as the Thousand Maws of Toto-Rak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? Are you sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? Oh god, struck me down for pure blind fool. Must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto-Rak is normally restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. And we will do that right now, because this episode is the longest episode we've done so far of this, of Final Fantasy XIV. Right, let me talk our way through it then. So, the Thousand Maws of Toto-Rak. Named after a man-eating creature from Pujari folklore, the Thousand Maws of Toto-Rak was built on the site of a natural cave system beneath Silent Arbor. Until recently, it held all of Gardanian's foulest criminals, from arsonists to poachers. But the completion of a new gale closer to the city heralded its abandonment. I'll see you guys in there. Alright, here we go. The Thousand Maws of Toto-Rak. So, this dungeon is probably the most changed dungeon from this original one to this newfound counterpart. Basically, a lot has changed here. A lot. This was a confusing mess of a dungeon back in 2.0 days. Basically, there was a lot more maze elements to this, and things when you needed to defeat certain enemies to get certain items to open certain doors. Now, look at this. It couldn't be any more linear. But let's get through this, shall we, and show off this dungeon. It's also quite a short dungeon, if I remember correctly, that they really just stripped this dungeon of everything it was. And honestly, I think they stripped it too much. Oh, we've got some lore here, though, to begin our adventure. Water stain note. Okay. Well, we'll read the note after the lore. Well, we'll read the note after we fight the bot enemies. Right, get out of here, prison talk. What's this new move I have? Demolish? Oh. Level 30. Well, I'm not level 30 right now. Level 27.
Get out of here, monsters, so I can show off my new AoE move. My Arm of the Destroyer is activated at the end of my combo, so I can either go into that or go into another move, basically. It's basically the beginning of your combo now. But let's go back and read the water stain note that I missed. First Spear Videl, Toto-Rak Expedition Notes 1. Dangerous fauna encountered upon entering cave. Culling as per mission parameters. Expect to encounter more as we press deeper. This dungeon is so linear. So easy to explore. It's got a cool design, I don't mind the ruins, but yeah, this is like as basic dungeon as you can get in the game. Think about the dungeons we've encountered so far. It actually was quite long, but there were some pirates and the area kind of varied as we went along. Copper Bell was also fairly linear, but it also had the whole bomb mechanic and the elevators, and then it had that whole crystal part at the end. And then obviously Tamtar Beatcoff was a giant vertical tower. That was quite fun. Should be doing my AoEs right now. He's getting pissed off at me for not doing my AoEs. I'm sorry. Right, that should always be enabled before combat. I keep forgetting to enable it though. But yeah, this is a weird dungeon. It's weirdly designed. Maybe they were like short for time on the Trust series of dungeons, but yeah, for the most part, pretty simple to get through, I will say. Pretty goddamn simple. Which is nice for this episode because this episode is very long. In hindsight, it would have made sense to separate the Garland stuff from the Sylph stuff, but considering how I'm making up these episodes, this didn't work out in the end. But it's fine. We met Garland. The Sylph stuff is going to be sort of important, like a lot of these side quests are in Realm Reborn. Well, saying that, no, the next one, I think, yeah, the next one is very important actually for where the story goes. I'm looking forward to that one. Okay, I should have grabbed more enemies, to be honest. And I forgot to do my key at the beginning. I'm just being a terrible monk right now, pugilist for our friend here. We are soon going to be monk. I'm going to be doing the job quest today and getting those unlocked. Not going to be where my job's doing while we do these dungeons before level 30, but afterwards I will be. Alright, boss time. Remember this time to activate it. So you fight this guy in the original dungeon 2, and I think you get an item from killing him, and that allows you to go further through the dungeon. Which is something I do miss. I was running a later dungeon with some people yesterday, and we were talking about in it basically how, you know, even though dungeon design has gotten like better in terms of linearity, I guess, there is something to say about the Realm Reborn dungeons and how interactive they felt. Like, you didn't just go from A to B killing 6 enemies in a group. There were like traps, small puzzles, and it's kind of sad to see that go away, but I don't really mind the dungeon design anymore. They've moved the puzzles mostly to the boss encounters. You get 2 big enemy groups, you go to a mini-boss, and that's where the puzzles tend to be now, which again is not a bad way of doing it. That is a unique, interesting way of handling that system now, and you know, it is sorely missed, I guess, to a certain extent, but not that much. First Spear Videl, Toto-Rak Expedition Notes 2. Engage with sizable fiend, succeeding in exterminating but casualties mounting. Must consider turning back as situation worsens. How bad could it possibly get? Famous last words. Oh! Oh, I got all poisoned! Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Please grab the thing, please. Thank you. That was terrifying. I went to go grab more enemies, and the Marauder did not come with me. I know I'm a DPS and I shouldn't be doing that, but I want to get more enemies because it's better to grab 6, I think, than the 3. Okay, here we can't actually proceed until we kill all the enemies in this room. Which, again, is tend to be how they do the dungeons now. Back then, you could usually just run straight to the mini-boss, which was not ideal because tanks usually play in a way of, if there's no obstacle stopping me, I will reach I will keep going until I get to the mini-boss and then stop. Which can be spicy for first-time healers, I think. But since Heaven Sword and, well, not even Heaven Sword, I say Stormblood, enemy encounters tend to be grouped into 2 groups. You get a wall that stops you from going further, deal with that, and then you get 2 more groups afterwards. That tends to be how things are transpiring nowadays. Which, yeah, the main issue from that stems from boredom. That can get very stale, but luckily I feel like the mini-boss encounters are good enough for it to be worthwhile doing. And still fun. Right, second mini-boss, who is the same as the first one, same as the first dungeon. You just fight the same boss again. I think there are ads in this fight though, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there are the ads. Surprised I predicted that, I forgot, but no, there are ads in this fight. So, the main thing you're probably getting from this dungeon is copy and paste. Now, a lot of dungeons in this game use the same enemies and just change their names and also reskin them. That is fine, I don't mind that, but this dungeon in particular is very egregious. You are fighting 2 bosses so far who are just regular enemies slightly made bigger. Even Sastasha has unique Sahagin designs for the boss, and also the pirate guy you fight in the middle. Tamtara has the Mind Flare at the end, and Copperbell has the giants. This just doesn't really have anything going on in it, and it makes me think that this dungeon was probably not given the same love as the first 3. Which is fine. I mean, look at this. Look how cool this room looks. With the spider eggs. I'm down the clown. They're not going to go with me, aren't they? Oh, fucking... Guys, come on! Hi! First Spear Redoubt, Toto-Rak, Expedition Notes 3. Diamite infestation confirmed. Scores of eggs on verge of hatching. Beyond our means to deal with. Aborting mission. Subsequent parties beware. Wow. Cool lore. We went through this place and then we gave up. So here's a mechanic they took out, and I just remembered they took out. There was a mechanic in this dungeon where you got pulled towards a web thing. And that seems to be no longer here. That was a cool thing that was in this dungeon that's been removed. It's kind of sad. Alright, I think this is it. Oh no, there's one more enemy encounter, never mind. And now, onwards to the boss. I wonder if we're going to get a unique looking enemy here, or it's going to be a slightly larger version of an enemy we've encountered thus far. They wouldn't do anything that crazy, would they? They wouldn't. They would be nice here, right? They would give you a cool guy. Oh wait, we're gonna get a cutscene? Hey! Oh! Wait, no, but the people on the duty are gonna have to wait for me. What the fuck are you doing here? I've reskinned the entire dungeon. Who are you? Yeah, you should be cowering in your boots, buddy.
Seize that one, Rajador.
Seize that one?
Thagon well rogue. Tosan no paiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest tongue. We meet at last.
We do indeed, sir. What is your name?
I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
That's kind of what a bedtime story is, buddy. All I'm gonna say.
The dark minions.
What?
All that stands
good conversation, Heidelin. Good conversation.
An irksome anomaly in the ether. The echo. Yes. Yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Oh. You gonna give one of the spiders, like, superpowers?
Here, feel the presence of evil.
Wow, it almost rhymed, Heidelin.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Why are you telling me all this? Because you're going to die! So Lahabwe is an important character, obviously, who weirdly has been getting a lot of focus, had gotten a lot of focus in one of the recent trial series. Damn. I guess it's a unique design, never mind. It is different in its... I forgot that it was one of the little guys who became big. Watch out for the sticky stuff, guys. So, this fight originally was entirely in... Well, no, like half the arena was in that sticky stuff, and it was also poisoning you as well at the same time. They've changed that now. It is now a lot easier. You don't have to worry about being poisoned. The arena is just a circle now. I think she does hit me with the slime in some parts of the fight. Okay, here we go. What? No, she just spawned it up whenever anyway. Fleshy rod. Oh, fleshy pod, not fleshy rod. I don't think we're gonna get LB2 here. It's cool that we now got the Scion Marauders, but before they were just like hired people for the dungeons, but now they're actually from the Scions. Oh shit. Get out of that Formitage. What the hell's wrong with you? Okay, here we go. Now we're going to get the goopiness. Right, and I'm going to deal with your goopiness by limit break mode. Braver. Get bravered. That's a very flashing looking tail right now. I'm not looking forward to being whacked by that if I do. The scorpions are just like... Oh, you've given up? Nice. Scorpions are just spiders with like ammunition, is how I describe them. They're like spider tanks. Like giant like sting on their back. I don't hate scorpions as much as spiders, weirdly. But yeah, scorpions are not good either. I wouldn't want to be near a scorpion. What? You defeated what was her name? No! Look at Vahana wearing his best green colors so he blends in with this place. And now all spiders in Eorzea have been defeated. There we go. All I need to hear. Fallacian Taj. I almost got an echo when I was talking to him, didn't I? But it didn't go through. Maybe it was like, error. You cannot receive this information until Shadowbringers. Yeah, the plot would have gone very differently if we had an echo of the Ascians, is all I'm going to say. Oh. Is that a Korok? No. It's something far worse. No!
Duh! Finally, fresh air! Maybe not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place.
Hi, I'm here. I defeated Sinister One.
Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One.
Question. If this Ascian was just keeping you here so that the others could summon their primal, why didn't he just kill you? He just kept you alive.
This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of Little Solace.
I can tell because of your completely small glasses. Oh. Oh. And now we're gonna get what, like a flashback of them kidnapping her? Who are these people? Guardians? Look at that guy's facial hair, holy shit. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Larkskull, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all, where is that accursed icon hiding? Oh, they call them icons in this game, which would be more important in Final Fantasy XVI, where they also call them icons. No sign of our wizened friend. So the whole EID thing is a running thing across the series. Well, not EID, but they all have very similar names to summons. So you have Espers in Final Fantasy VI and 12, I think. You have Eidolons in 9. And they have a weird name in 13, if I remember correctly. What were they called in 10? They were something E, something at the beginning of E. It might have also been Eidolons in 10 as well. But they're either Icon, Eidolon, or Esper, one of those three, and usually there are others as well. I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation, but I did add some unnecessary syllables to Excellency there. Loath I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramuh will be grazing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a Sylph, I would strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what are the Sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, we are not aware that vegetable brews easily. It is well that I don't trust you with the important task of making my dinner. What the fuck, Nero? That's a great line. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. The Scions are approaching. That's their bat signal, Dawn disappearing everywhere in the world. You never know where they're going to appear because Dawn does appear everywhere. Useless. We are so close to completion. I can fair taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. For it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone you were right, Garland. It's a hell of a quote. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord Van Belsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Have a good chuckle, Nero. This is the only time in the game we're going to ever feel competent. But when is this happening? Oh. Those walking ones did for Noxia, this one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Noaxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Also, you have no reason to judge us because you have your own evil ones. The purple Sylph do exist. Wow. I can't believe you didn't tell me anything about this. Does walking one feel unwell? Yes. I had an echo, a migraine. This one would know. What brings walking one to this place? Well, I went on a holiday and found this lovely place called what was it called? Thousand Maws of Toto-Rak. Came to this one's rescue at Noaxia's bidding, then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramuh, then this one will provide answers. Cute. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. I mean, it's not lightless, but I know what you mean. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Right.
Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside.
What cute little comedic animations they have. I guess I'll follow them outside then. So yeah, you tend to get the big cutscenes now after the dungeon ends or before even entering it. Just so people aren't forced to wait 10 minutes while people are doing the cutscenes the first time. It's just a means for the game to be nicer, and I don't mind that at all. Oh, that is not a summon that I should have right now. Okay, I'm gonna head over to the base. Let's get my Chocobo out just so I have it in case I need it. I don't think I am going to need it really right now, but let's just have it out in case. Okay, let's go see Buscaron one last time before leaving this place for good. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well? Thank the gods for that. Didn't really know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad FFXIV didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Whenever the little solace and securest peace of the Sylphs before all else befalls us, eh? Rest assured I'll send word to our friends of Charlie and the twin out of both. You done Gridania a great service this day, lad. Earn yourself a spot of honor here at the Druthers in so doing. Be sure to come back whenever you feel like a drop of Quoquin firewater. What, like in a year? That's how long it was meant to take to ferment. A simple gift. That's kind of something he wants to deliver to the Sylphs. Say, friend, it's something I'd like to ask you to deliver to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azima Rose Oil, another god? It's a gift to celebrate the return of the tribe's elder, and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep this wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together. And the 12 stood with us. The gift I ask of you to the bear is a symbol of hope that both Gridania and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. What did you give me? Azima Rose Oil. I guess it's red, maybe? I don't know. Let's head to the East Shroud and I'll see you guys there. Nolexia, my friend, how's it going?
A gift from Walking One, Buscaron. A gift for these ones.
Yes. A fragrant oil pressed from harvested Azima rose hips. Is it because Azima is a female god and she has hips?
Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One, Buscaron, and Venturing One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever.
Well, that quite nicely, didn't it? Hey, Kamuxio, how's it going? Believe in yourself. Kamuxio wants you to discuss peace with FFXIV. So we're not done, by the way. Not after that dungeon. We still got some other quests to do.
This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One.
Oh, no, there she is. I forgot you guys can just fly around. It's very convenient.
This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones.
Oh, hi guys. You finally decided to show up.
Ah, there you are, Rahana. We've just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Good job doing all the work as usual. Ah, the Walking One's raid in Eorzea. This one is grateful.
What?
Pleasure to have been of service. If you don't mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventure, as Walking Ones call them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Toto-Rak.
Couldn't you have just gone into the air? You can fly. Maybe they had like guns, I guess, maybe.
Would that this one have not? In Toto-Rak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. Sinister one robed in black? Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Yes, yes, Ida. Of course, you're an idiot as usual. Elder FFXIV, we come to you as emissaries of the nations of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer.
Yes, can you please take this finally? I've been holding on to this like the last 2 hours.
This one sees.
The Walking Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramuh. No shit. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Leven but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it is not as if Gridania dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one knows well and respect Horned One Candacena. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these hunters have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Ramuh to protect the wood from the Imperial ones. This one cancelled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramuh was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. Right. Oh, we do get Ramuh's design in this, which implies to me they were planning on making him a trial, but didn't have time to put him in the main game. These ones wanted so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know how. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did not know how. So this one fled to Little Solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramuh. But Walking Ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones of Lord Ramuh. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramuh is not callous or cruel. So long as Walking Ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, Walking Ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. Although there's actual thunder in the background right now. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one was speaking instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with Walking Ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by a primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramuh's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramuh. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a tiny reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder FFXIV, we thank you for making your well known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please say that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Candacena. I wonder if they wrote it in the same way that they're speaking right now. These ones say hello. Sincerely, these ones. Thank you, I'll take this. We're finally done. Oh, I'm free. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramuh to rest. The Sylph Elder is very reasonable, I must say. You can learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel like only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Oh, you're so mean, Papalimo. That's right, I am. Anyway, we're going to head back to going back to Waking Sands, and tell Minfillia all about it. Fear not. We'll be able to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. Yes, I was going to say, don't take all the credit. And while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver FFXIV's message to the Adder's Nest. Elder FFXIV, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honour. Bye. The honour is this one's. Together, let the Walking Ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. And now, with that, I think we're very close to finishing off the Sylph quest line. Please wait, Walking One Mahana. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. What? Holy shit. When these ones summoned Lord Ramuh, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one will now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these ones. Just that was very evil looking. We're actually the touched ones, and now you've been touched. No! And thus the armor became tempered by Ramuh. I mean, it could be worse. Oh my god, I got the next Chaos Emerald. This is so video gamey and I love it. Here. Feel. Die. No! Gasp! This one was not mistaken about walking while I realized I just said gasp. I shouldn't have done that. Wow. Walking one is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. You're not actually wrong about that. A brilliant light from within walking one enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to walking one. Walking one must keep that crystal safe at all. I think I put it like in my brain. I don't know where I put it. Where's it gone? Before walking one returns to Gridania, this one would ask walking one to watch touched ones. Why? So long as touched ones are not trouble, touched ones will not make trouble. If walking ones witnesses touched ones making no trouble, mayhap walking one can testify to walking ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for touched ones. We've already seen them. I guess our last encounter with them was bad. I mean, we did kill them last time we encountered them, but yes. Let's head to the Sylphlands. So the Sylphlands are quite a high level area. I think even at my level, I might be in trouble going over there. So I'm going to be careful while I do a lookout. This is very much trying to avoid poking the hornet nest. It's a cool looking area though. I do like this part of the forest. There they are. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've got to look out. Don't know why nothing was happening. I wonder if I can see any sylphs. They're just vibing, they're just chilling out. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Well, that was worth doing. Oh! Jesus Christ. That was scary. I'm finally done. I did it. I did all this work. I'm very happy about this. Isn't Rahana? How went the meeting with the Sylphs? I wouldn't call that a meeting. I'd call that a official mission. The fluid letterings of Little Soldiers' Elder Fixios is as beautiful as it is unintelligible. A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramuh. And so long as we leave the Temple of One Speed, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seeds here will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed Mag overshores, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the most conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, what did it? Right, well that's it, chat. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Ended up being a very, very long one, considering we've got this, the Sylph stuff, the Garland stuff, and that dungeon at the end. I hope you all enjoyed. The next one is actually going to be quite important for the overarching story, so I'll see you guys with that then. Ciao for now, and goodbye.